it'll stand up.
This is wild. So for those of you that don't know, we are live on TikTok right now and
on all other
streaming.
We're live on a whole bunch of stuff right now. Actually, we're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Instagram and YouTube and Twitch.
Goodness.
Yeah, we're live on a whole bunch of stuff. So hey, how's it? So we should probably talk to the people that might possibly be watching.
How are you doing, guys?
Yeah. So welcome to the House of Static. And if you're new here, and then hi, welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm Bob, and I'm in New York. I'm one half of the House of Static. The other half is my dear friend Kilo House. Kilo, say hello.
Hello, Kilo.
Hey, Kilo. Kilo's over there in Los Angeles. So we're spanning the continent here, and in the middle of the continent is our guest today, and our other dear friend, and also the first artist signed to our label, or the second. I don't remember the day of which
artist.
he was. Yeah, we had met first, but yes, the second.
We're gonna imagine it's first.
Technically, we were talking to Christian first, though.
That's right. That's a good point.
Ask going and sign
paperwork
the
was exactly. So anyway, Christian is on our label, the House of Static label. As if anybody watched last week, and I think about a few people did, you'll know that we Kilo and I launched a record label in recent weeks, and so far we've dropped already a lot of songs. Kilo's got a couple songs out. Our other artist, King Matt Black, seems to be obsessed with putting songs out on every other day. So they're coming out all the time, which is fun. And then now with the big one, the one we're real excited about is our friend here, Mr. Christian Cole. Christian, why don't you say hello?
What's up, everybody? Awesome to be here.
For all of you who don't know, he's in Oklahoma, so we're kind of like a smiley.
That's right. That was the middle of the continent comment.
We're doing a triangulation thing, trying to round you all up right now.
Well, Bob, I didn't think you knew that it was in the middle of the continent.
I know all kinds of stuff, man. I'm very.
He knows things, facts you can't even.
You know, things I don't even know to know, right?
That's right. I know where to get good vegan candy bars. I know
that's something I definitely don't know.
I know what kind of vegan food not to eat.
Okay.
Vegan cream cheese.
You sound like you're saying that from experience.
No,
like
verbatim with Joel Nix, who is a friend of me and Christian's, and
Absolutely.
one of the guests that was on our show. We tried to make like stuffed peppers, and I bought vegan cream cheese on mistake. You don't want to cook vegan cream cheese because then it's.
Wait, you don't want to cook regular cream cheese?
Well, as far as
you put it in the peppers, put it on the grill, heat it up. It's good.
As far as vegan cheeses go, and I can tell you, of the three of us, I'm the only expert here. I'm certain of that. And
I believe that.
They are hit or miss, but when you find good ones, they're absolutely phenomenal. I'm a guy who loved cheese,
Christian,
and there's some great vegan cheese. Really.
Yeah. So apparently people were hearing echoes because they were hearing Bob on both of ours. And so it looks like we both just have to go live on our own.
As it should be. There should be multiple Bobs heard by many
all of the Bobs.
Everybody should always be listening to a Bob.
That's right.
Exactly.
If I don't have a Bob in my ear, I can't start my day.
Yeah. Well, I've got all kinds of going on in the ear. So anyway, we're talking to, of course, to Christian Cole, and the reason that all of this is going on, that we're even here talking right now and about any of this, is that Christian's debut single comes out in 2 hours if you're on the East Coast like me.
Ooh, let's go.
And but we're gonna actually play it a little bit early because we're like that. And
TikTok people.
Absolutely, we get to do it. We got the reins.
Yeah, and it's a badass song. It's called Blueface. And we're gonna let I am not gonna be the guy to talk about it. We're gonna let Christian do that.
Why don't we let Christian talk about?
And I'm gonna be probed. They get to ask me questions. Which
okay,
yeah.
We should do like, who are you first, right? Like questions about Christian. Where are you from? Where are you from, Christian?
Give us a dating profile, like synopsis of what your age is.
I would make you guys and everyone on this podcast uncomfortable if I gave you the dating.
No. Like age.
I'm always uncomfortable by that.
And favorite food or like something like just so people get to know you.
Yeah, absolutely. General facts. My name is Christian Cole. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was homeschooled, so if you catch any really antisocial moments, we can attribute it to that.
Or autism.
Or autism. Yeah, if you catch autistic moments, I also got diagnosed with that around 21, so that's a fun fact. Favorite food is sushi for sure. Moved out to, well, I was born and raised in Tulsa. I stayed in Tulsa most of my life, but I moved to San Diego when I was 18. That's a whole story in itself. That was for work right out of high school, and ended up finding my way back to Tulsa at the advent of COVID. And so kind of got back here, started producing, and got to get in touch with this wonderful production team. And we've just been knocking stuff out.
If none of my fans know, I'm also from Tulsa originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my older brother's new Kilo.
That will lead into the wonderful way of how we actually met, Christian. Because,
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's right.
although we're all friends now and we work together on numerous projects, and you guys obviously know we're coming out with a cover song together, and, you know, he's on our label. Like, we have the same kind of ties from like childhood,
Yeah,
even though he was a very small little child and I
was a little pea.
child. So why don't you explain to the
Awesome.
people how you kind of got hooked up with House of Static Records and that kind of shit?
Yeah, absolutely. So Kilo is like 30 years older than me.
I don't think that's right at all.
No, well,
Bob is
that
the
would make
one that's
me
30
50 years older than you. So
No,
No,
Bob's
make you
only
2 years old. So
Bob's only 7 years older than me. But
Right,
no,
okay,
so
I think you got that back.
no, I know, almost on the dot actually. That's kind
Are
of
you
wild.
12, bro? Are you 12?
only on Tuesdays. I get kind of
Only on
wild.
this
But no,
thing? Okay.
so I'm 24, but I grew up and going to a church called Believers Church, if we can drop the name on that. And I think Kilo went to
Drop
the same
anything
church.
you want.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
a hit,
drop it,
like a hit
pick it
single
back
tomorrow.
up, drop it again.
Hit single tomorrow. Let's go. No, so I went to church, and when I was younger, I don't have a recollection of Kilo, but my older brothers definitely do, and they're around the same age range, around 30 as Kilo. And so we have a mutual friend named Joel Nix, who's video filmography production extraordinaire. The dude's just awesome. And
Yeah, he's our videographer for our label. And
yeah,
our fans know who Joel is because he was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the fourth
Perfect.
guest or something.
Mhm.
And
so
That's
you guys are already familiar. But yeah, Joel and my family go back, I think no joke, about maybe 40 years. And so Joel is a networker of people. He loves to put people together, and he got the Kilo House and House of Static production teams in touch with me, and we kind of just got rocking after that. We just hit the ground running and started creating. And so we owe a lot to Joel Nix, and but unless we sign him in, I don't know how much revenue he's getting. We'll talk to him.
no, don't worry.
No, I'm just playing. I'm totally playing. Joel's gonna get his due because he's awesome. So he gets his credit.
Joel, yeah, so later on in the show, I think we're going to try to show his new video.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
You're
Joel
absolutely.
is our videographer. So that video was done by Joel and Nick's film. I think
Someone said Joel Osteen on my TikTok.
no, and
Not even
fuck
Joel
that.
Nix. Joel
Fuck
Nix.
that guy. Anyway, a little other thing you didn't point out is Joel's dad ended up becoming the pastor of Believers. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys went to Believers
Absolutely.
before
Yeah.
Joel's dad. Did you go before Joel's dad?
We were there before when it was in the old Union building, and then I was there till I was 17, and so I was there through a lot of Joel's dad's preaching.
Yeah.
He's an amazing guy. That was a good experience.
So that's kind of how we know each other. And I'll tell my recollection of my first experience of Christian. So
Ooh.
Joel flies in, and Joel lives with me whenever he works in LA, which is often. He's actually in town right now, and he might be stopping by during the podcast. And so Joel had just flown into town, right? And I guess Christian had sent him a song to listen to when he was like going through the transition flight from Tulsa here, so probably in Las Vegas or something. And when he got off the flight, he was like, I need to listen to this guy's new song. You know, you want to listen to it with me? Because Joel had
You were
been
with him in person.
what? Joel was had been trying to show me your stuff, and usually I'm not the dude to do that with, because I'm like, yeah, it might be good, but I'm in my mind, I'm thinking this your homie is not going to be good. Right?
Sure.
Like, no offense to people.
It's like, hey, listen to my buddy's mixtape.
Right.
Right.
And how well does
Yeah.
that usually turn out, right?
Yeah, Christian understands. So like, but he kind of pinned me down to the spot because it's like he just sent this to me, and I got it when I got off the plane. Like, I want to listen to it, at least listen to it with me or whatever. Like, and I was like, all right, whatever, man. Like,
I
and
planned everything.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. And so he plays it, and I think actually the song that caught my attention was the one where you have like a reference to "As Above, So Below." I don't know which song that.
I think the song Secrets.
So he played like a few songs, and I think Blueface was the one you had sent him, right? Or no? What was it? Was it?
There
I
was a
don't
song called Gimme, Hey Joe, I Am a Contaminator. Those are some of the ones
You know what? I can't remember. But anyways, he showed me it, and what's funny is the parts that I loved about you as a rapper were the parts Joe was like, I don't know if I like this or that or this, and I was like, dude, no, that's like the selling thing. It's like, and I just explained the delivery that you had and how like you did your verse chorus backwards in whichever song it is that I am talking about. Like,
that's
you did
right. That's
the
right.
chorus first,
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
like this and that. And I was just like, dude, this shit is awesome. And we hadn't actually started our label yet, I don't
Oh, yeah.
think. And what we
Right.
were originally doing was we were gonna do, beats with him and have him on the podcast and stuff. And then as the Ukraine fuckery continued happening,
To put it lightly.
our drive to be able to support Ukraine as much as we could. Obviously, House of Static started a record label so we could give away some of the money.
Right,
we
the
made
Ukraine,
from
all the Ukraine
songs.
songs. That
Right.
was really the whole thing, right?
And
So
so
we
then,
yeah.
right, and this is like maybe a week or two into us knowing Christian and being like, yeah, we're gonna write songs together. I think we even already started doing Blueface stuff. And then like I was like, bro, we have a label, like come over, join the label. Just obviously like we gave him a good fucking contract and shit, and it was just now we're here.
And now we're here.
Now it's today AM or FM, and I don't even know what we're doing now.
The AM or
Right,
FM. That's
FM.
excellent. The great thing about, I've listened to you guys tell the story and everything, and about, Christian's story, and also just how we met him and how we started the label, all that. And the fun thing is that, funny thing for me is like, so like, a year and a half ago or so, I get to be friends with this crazy guy in LA, and we start making music together, and that me and Kilo,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then now a year and a half later, we got all this stuff going on. I got a record label, all kinds of crazy ass music and everything going on. And everyone else involved, even though I'm in New York, he's in LA, everyone that's been involved ever since is from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Really? Yeah.
Other than Matt.
Yeah, other than Matt. Yeah, but it's
I've
like,
not asked him where he's from exactly.
but it's not just, and it's like you got other friends out there that aren't even connected to you. They're from like other cities in Oklahoma, but they're still from Oklahoma. Like,
Are we starting to wonder
Oh,
if
yeah,
Alec comes out of
Kanan.
Oklahoma?
Kanan, one of our guys that we've done a song for one of his short films, he's from Oklahoma.
yeah, it's the weirdest thing. So anyway, everybody's from Oklahoma, but me. For the record, I'm born in Jersey,
originally from
raised in New York.
Hampshire,
That's
though,
who I am.
So you can't really put me in that boat.
Dude,
I
Bob's
will
the
not
only-
sink with that fucking Oklahoma boat. Sorry.
I will not sink. It's so funny. Bob's from New York, and he like born and raised native, and you can't hear the accent.
Well,
what
there
do you-
isn't. Well, I mean,
There's different accents. In
yeah,
New
I mean,
York, bro.
what you're talking about would be like a Brooklyn accent or something.
That would be like him saying you don't have the Oklahoma drawl.
Well,
Yeah,
hey now. Hey now.
No,
you know what I mean?
still you don't.
So there's a lot.
Even now.
Yeah, there's a lot of different accents. The accent that I have, right? It would be it's what they call and really what we all have. We all it's standardized American English, and we sound like what
Absolutely.
newscasters sound like. That's what
I
that's
don't
what-
sound like a newscaster. I sound.
No, but your
We're
accent.
not
is-
gonna
You
talk
don't-
about
you don't
what
sound
I
like
feel
anyone on
I
earth.
sound. I know.
You
I
just-
sound like I have a dick in my mouth at all times.
Oh,
That's how I-
right.
I
There we
mean,
go.
That's
There
how
we
I
go.
always put it. But that's maybe just my insecurity. It just sounds not great.
Dude,
I'm
you-
insecure now about that. About that.
No,
don't
no,
worry. You don't sound like that, Bob. Don't
I'm
worry.
just kidding. I'm just making a joke.
Oh,
So,
man, that cracks me up. But that's
that-
true. Tulsa, man. Tulsa and Oklahoma. You have an affinity for it now, Bob. It's like anyone you work with comes from the same spot. And
That's
I
the
hope
funniest thing. And I've never been. I've been a lot of places. Like I've been most. I would say a
Yeah.
good chunk, probably half the states in the country I've been to, but I've never been to Oklahoma. And
Wow.
but now
Yeah,
I
you're
know.
missing
Like,
out. The
Why
main
you're
reaction I
different?
get, especially when I say I'm a music producer from Oklahoma, is people like, I mean, every day they just ask, like, what is there to do in Oklahoma? Isn't Oklahoma boring? And it's
You can
really
eat
amazing.
food. Tulsa, you can like go to a restaurant or you
You
can
can
go
get
to
you
a
can get
movie.
obese.
Those
You
are the
can-
two things.
can-
The movie
Well, those were the
restaurant,
two things, but we've
or
got
get
stuff
in a
open.
fight.
Or get in a fight.
Go to a restaurant, do drugs, and get in a fight. You did
That's
say
it.
do drugs, didn't you? Oh, okay, there you go.
Those he didn't say do
didn't
drugs,
say
but
do
you
drugs.
asked.
Yeah, it's kind of
but-
obvious. Yeah.
But no, I mean, they put Tulsa on the map. There's this like $600 million park that was installed in the last 10 years. And then there's,
Or go to
like
the
beach
park.
volleyball and stuff like that that's been added. So Tulsa's kind of coming onto the map, and then new talent and stuff coming out of it. And so
Yeah. What famous bands are from Oklahoma? Anybody know?
Laney's one.
There's
One
a lot
Republic.
of country music. I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
another
probably
one.
a ton of country, I'm sure. Yeah.
There's a
I
metal
think One
band.
Republic and Laney are both from Tulsa. Or at least
This will be a good one. All American Reject. They're
Really?
from Glenpool, which
Nice.
is
I
I mean
mean, that's
it's
7
right
minutes.
next to. Yeah, no. One of my bass players, his mom used to babysit them when they were small. So like then I get to like meet one of them, and it was kind of whatever. I mean,
That's
I like
cool.
that. I like that band. I think they're great.
Oh, well, they're right up. I mean, that's right up your alley, man.
Right
All
up your
American
alley, I was gonna
Rejects are
say.
early,
Yeah, fucking
2000s,
great.
pop punk, great stuff, man. They were
And
good
that's
too. They were a good
Glenpool.
one.
That's wild. You wouldn't think it.
I know that's one that you're like, no, and
If you tell me like Kiss is from Broken Arrow or something, I'm gonna lose my mind.
isn't Carrie
No,
Underwood
Kiss is from New York, and they have it. Their Kiss is from Queens. I think most of them are from Queens, and they got like, except Ace Frehley who my cousin. We were talking about my cousin before we were on it, and we're gonna actually ask him to join us here, hopefully.
That'd be
But
awesome.
but anyway, he played bass with Ace Frehley, and Ace Frehley does have he's got like a New York, Brooklyn accent, the kind of accent you think about when you think about New York. That's
When I think
Brooklyn.
about Bob. I'm
Yeah,
just
but that's not. But I live upstate. I'm just nasally white guy from upstate New York. I mean, that's
oh
what
my gosh.
No,
you're
no,
just
you're
like
not
that.
though, or you wouldn't do all of the sound clips for all of King Matt Black's new song.
Yeah, well, I can do the voice. though.
I
Maybe
am
because
the
I'm-
underground.
Yeah, we are the underground.
This
It's so good.
summer.
Dude, we gotta get Christian to do some voiceover stuff for fucking.
Dude, I love doing
Yeah.
impersonations and voice acting and stuff. So let me know what
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys.
that's the kind of thing. That's just Kilo. Just every once in a while, I mean, every day, he'll like call me up.
Me.
He's like, he'll be like, I need. We were just talking about this last night. He'll be like, I need, whether it's like I need a guitar solo, or make me a bass line, or I need you to record yourself saying, whatever, wake up and go to work or whatever. He just
Yeah,
says
yeah, yeah.
random
It's
phrases,
definitely
no
happened.
explanation, just a random
That
phrase.
actually happened.
Kilo,
Well,
I'll
truth
get
be
you the most
told-
insane sound bites.
Truth be
I
told,
can get you.
Matt asked me to do it. And I was like, yeah, you've heard my voice. Why would you want that? So I just asked Bob to do it. So now I think that he thinks we're flipped. We're just the opposite people because he's heard like Bob's voice on our songs.
Mhm.
And like, so he asked
That's
me
funny.
to do it and then I sent it to Bob. So he
Yeah.
probably thinks I'm Bob and the other way around. But
Just wait till he has to hear from Bob, and then you guys give me the sound clip, and he's
oh
like,
yeah, we're
he thinks that
gonna
I'm Bob.
we're gonna fuck with all of the things.
That's
Dude,
funny.
let's. I never want anyone to know what my voice sounds like.
Yeah.
What-
Okay, then
that's-
we're done with the live stream right now.
It's funny, but
Good night.
we're also here to talk about the release of your new single.
That's what I was
which
just about
sing
to
and
say.
rap. So
No, don't worry. What I was gonna say was one thing that makes me very happy that we're releasing this song now.
Hmm.
Considering you guys know that I am a very empathetic person to the times and the bullshit that's happening. That's why I've dedicated most of my creative abilities to like Ukraine stuff these days.
Yeah.
One really cool thing is what Christian's new song Blueface is about. So one thing I really wanted you to give to the fans of our show and of you and of our music and of your music is tell them the story of like what the lyrics are about and like when time frame wise he wrote them and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. So Blueface, is kind of a break off. It's different than what I usually do because I'm usually doing these like either breakup songs or, songs about some philosophical thing. But this was definitely the first and so far only political-esque, if I can call it that, song that I've done. And I started writing it back in 2019. You're going to hear this either tonight or tomorrow, today or tomorrow. But basically,
You're gonna hear it on the podcast.
you're going to hear it on the song. But basically, there's a part, and I have basically a 32 bar rap, and 16 bars through, halfway through, I said skip the chorus just to bring you other news just in. And between the first verse, that first 16 bars, and the second 16 bars in the same technical verse, a year had passed. And I wrote these things in different, as I'm seeing the world evolve through COVID and stuff, I'm actually writing this song as I'm seeing things evolve. This last verse between the last two choruses was actually written this year. And so that was even more politically charged. And so as you start the song, it says it's called Blueface because essentially I was getting intolerant of seeing these things happening. And we all know what I mean when I say these things, whether it's, guns or the, COVID situation, whatever it is. And so I got kind of intolerant of seeing these things happen and didn't have anywhere to put it. I wasn't going to put it in a poem. I wasn't just going to put it on an Instagram post. And so I decided I'm going to write a song about this. And so little did I know, the moment my fingers hit the keyboard, the stuff just came out. It was kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting so much to come out. But Blueface was
great stuff.
wild.
That was the, I don't know. I haven't actually told you this at all, Christian, but when we decided to do the record label and everything, then Kilo's like, I want to sign somebody. There's this kid. He's really good. And no offense, but I'm more than twice your age. I will call you a kid.
Same,
but what's that?
No, you just had the same attitude towards me as I had of Joel showing me.
Right. I was just like,
oh,
yeah.
Like,
I was like, all right, fine. Well, let me check it out, And my whole thing, and I mean, anybody who knows me knows that, I joke around that I'm a big hippie and all that because I am, right? And by that, I don't mean just like, I just like to smoke weed and sit in the field and
eat vegan.
Look at
but he does like to do that.
Well, I might like to do those things, but that's not what it means.
That's not what defines.
Yeah. But what it does mean is that I'm a lifelong pacifist. I've been very, very, always very devoted to these kind of ideals of mine. They're not based on religion or politics or anything. They're just my own philosophies about life and just living and letting live and helping where you can help, you know what I mean? And not hurting things, not killing things. And so like when Kilo told me, we got a kid want to put on the label and he's a rapper. And I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Cause not that I love hip hop. Don't get me wrong.
Dog rap, bro.
No, dude, I listen to rap all the time. I love it. I do. And I listen to gangster rap all the time, which I know is nuts because of a 50-year-old white guy, but I do. I write about it all the time too. So I literally listen to it constantly because I write about it. Mm-hmm. And I like it. Right. And I'm old school. So I like a lot of 80s and 90s kind of gangster rap and shit like that. But when I started a record label, I don't want to put out a record that talks about, shooting people or about, treating women like crap or kids or anything. Right. I just don't, I don't want to do that. I'll listen to it. I'm not going to make money off it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so anyway, and promote it, you know what I mean? I'm just not gonna. So anyway, so I
when you hear the word rapper.
Yeah, right. I mean, but I listened to your song, and then it was like, oh shit, this is great because you're saying it's political, and fair enough. I mean, I would say socially conscious, maybe probably more so than political. You're not really choosing because it's mostly saying you're just being rational.
A lot of questions, but not really choosing a side. So I get what you mean. Yeah.
Well, you're just choosing a side of sanity and saying like, hey, why not try being nice for a change? Why not stop shooting each other? What's that meme where there was the cop that said, chill out, have a 7-Up, a moon pie, stop shooting.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's like a smart guy version of that. You're just like, here's an example of really cool people doing cool things. And here's what happens. Here's what shitty people do. Let's be good people. You know what I mean? And I'm not, I'm not bad. Exactly. Yeah. The yin yang of it. You know what I mean? And I am not simplifying it to make fun of it. I'm simplifying it because it is simple. It is as simple as the yin and the yang. I'm a big Taoist, right?
For sure.
So, and it's as much as that as anything. So I really connected with the lyrics right away. And I was like, all right, this is a dude I could work with. It wasn't just like, this is a great song. It could be a big hit, which I think it is a great song and it could be a big hit.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
Oh, it's a great song.
exactly. But it was the connection I immediately had with you through your
Mhm.
words. I was like, this is somebody that I get. You know what I mean? This is
Mhm.
somebody that I get, and he gets it because
Right.
he's saying the good stuff.
And it's kind of funny. Kilo, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, but had a similar thing with Secrets. When he heard the song Secrets, he was like, "Oh, this is someone I can
Oh.
roll with."
Well,
Mhm.
he said something that's like basically the the slogan of Baphomet. In the song, he says, as above, so below, something, something. And that because in that song, I mean, our viewers kind of know that I'm not a very religious person. I'm open to every idea and any idea. So at first, like Christians talking about God and stuff, and it's cool. And then he says certain things that made me realize, like, wow, he's talking about all forms of God, not one generic
Or one religious
box
sector, or
box made form of God. And so that's why I connected good with it, because I was like, cool, like I can get down with that.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, that's what Christian.
absolutely, yeah.
Right on. Like there's one great line. There's a lot of great lines in the song, but one line that stuck in my head right up the bat was like you just kind of randomly throw in there like peace. That's better than the alternative, and I'm like, yeah, right on.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
that is a great line.
as simple as that. And you say it better than that, and in context, it's a little bit more
More supporting it. It's
a little
not-
more
yeah.
cerebral than that. But yeah, but it's like, hey, well, peace is better than the alternative. I was like,
Well, what
hell?
is the line that
Yeah,
you
rock
say,
on, bud.
Christian, where you're like, something, something, bringing hope to the hopeless, or something like that? What's that?
Hope is an instrument that can't be used by murderers. It's the thing that's
And
given
then-
hope into
but-
the murder, or the let me see. No, hope is an instrument that can't be used for murder. It's the thing that's given hope into the murderers. And
Yeah.
so yeah,
I
absolutely.
love that line. That's the line that like reminds me of something my dad kind of said about why he when he worked at the Tulsa County Jail,
Mm,
he would give
wow.
Bibles out to the people, whether or not my dad's a Christian or not, whatever. Like he
Mhm.
gave the Bibles out because he knew that hope is like the thing that if you're in that situation, like you need hope, you know, like you need
Absolutely.
to have a reason to feel something, you know. And so
Mm.
when I heard that line, I was like, I can connect with it, you
Yeah.
know, because I've known that concept from my dad for
Mm.
quite a while, which I think that's a beautiful thing for someone to do for others, is to try to give hope to them.
There you
It
go,
is a
man.
powerful thing.
What did Obama say? The audacity of hope. That was
Oh, that's a good line.
I love
That's- that was
everything
his-
Obama said.
I'm a big fan. I don't think it would surprise anyone that I was a fan of Barack Obama, and I am. And but that was the title of his book. He wrote
The
the
audacity of hope.
audacity.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
basically, the point of me having Christian tell you guys that story is the fact that he wrote the lyrics in 3 different time periods, not even the one we're in today, right? And then a bunch of gun violence stuff like that. It's been going on, and that's the song we're releasing, you know. So it just kind of worked out for the best, you know.
A
to
lot of the
have something
issues-
that's kind of, you know.
Current. Yeah, a lot of the issues that we're now facing weren't at all on the
I don't think that's true.
horizon.
I think that they were always there, and that people were not paying attention.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe not as publicized yet, as
Right.
current yet.
Right, because
And,
point being, we could say like they've always been around, right?
Oh, definitely.
Violence, gun violence, since guns
Well,
have
yeah. I
existed.
mean, yeah. If you think about, the gun violence in America has been an issue for as long as it's been in America, but especially this sort of mass shootings and psychotic people and clock towers and things like that started, like, I think it was, well, the reason I said clock tower, because the first one I think was this guy
Right,
in the
that's
70s.
right.
The guy in the 70s, he was up in a clock tower shooting people for no reason. And
Oh, wow. No, I
and
didn't
then it
even
has
know
just kind of grown exponentially ever since. And there were, there's just, it's fun. It's not, it's awful. But we're talking about this, we're saying, I have a song that I wrote in it when I was
Right.
then, I sent then like it's anything. I said in the early 90s, I wrote this song called World Entropy. And
Wow.
yeah, and it basically, that entropy is gradual falling apart of things, right? So world entropy is everything's falling apart, the world's falling apart. So I was 21 and I was being a bit dramatic, but I was a pretty good writer, so there were some good lines in it. And a lot, like I'll recite them real quick because they are like it'll tell you whether or not The first line in the song is drive-by punks, they need revenge. This one's not a drill. Who gets hit? Well, that depends on who's by the windowsill. That's the first line of a song. That's a song I wrote in 1991.
Boss
So,
mode.
there you go.
Why don't
So-
we just why don't we dig that back up and
don't we
reproduce
just-
it with the
Yeah,
rap?
drive-by punks, they need revenge. This one's not a drill. Who gets hit? Well, that depends on disaster broadcast on TV. This
Okay.
one's not a test, just to show if it doesn't hit me, I'm just like all the rest. And that's the next line. So there you go.
That gets deep, dude. Dang, you were a good writer at 21.
I was like I said, I was drunk and I was smart and
You wrote that
confused
when you
and
were
lost.
drunk?
I was always drunk then. I was
Oh, okay. I see.
I wrote everything when I was drunk when I was 21 and you know later too. Not now.
I find it funny. I think I write the best when I'm the most sober or the most tired, but never
Tired for sure.
Yeah, I get up at like 2 a.m. and a
Oh,
lyric
yeah.
hits me, or when I'm in a tanning bed. Bob knows I send him the weirdest stuff.
Tired.
he wrote some good lyrics when he was tanning. It was funny.
Dude, it cracks me up. Just so random. And dude, literally, Bob, that song came out of nowhere. I know today's not about that song, but you guys will hear that one
Maybe
soon.
This is
Yeah.
just about you as an
Yeah,
artist.
no, it's all
like
good,
our,
man.
Like our fans know, House of Static is just about getting to know you intimately.
Sure,
so
absolutely.
That's
that,
right,
like,
man.
To make artists that they may end up looking up to into a human. You know, like we are all still people. We still
Absolutely.
have bullshit lives that, you know, we have to go through every day. We have to deal with loved ones dying, friends dying, you know.
Our own internal stuff. Yeah,
like, I
absolutely.
mean,
That is for
Yeah, it
sure,
stays
man.
real. It's organic. It's wild.
So why don't we lighten the mood and let people
Yeah.
watch the video?
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, let's watch the video because then after that, we do have other releases to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Who's got two thumbs and is also releasing a song tomorrow.
For those of
What
you
about
just
me
listening to the
on my
podcast,
birthday? What
Bob
about
is
my
pointing to
birthday
himself.
release, Bob.
Oh yeah, and then Kilo's got a song coming out on
This
his
is gonna
birthday,
be
which is next
fucking
week.
Epic.
happy early.
Actually, don't you have a song? We have a song coming out on the 22nd and on the 23rd.
Oh,
Yeah, you
and
guys
it's
had quite a
Joel's-
line of
It's
releases.
Joel's birthday, Chris, but
Yeah, I know. I told him happy birthday. Yeah,
Oh, so
we're
you
guys.
know is?
It's always a party, but July's a party. Goodness.
All right.
Always
Okay.
a
So
July.
are we going to try to show the video? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
I think
Let's
we
do it.
should. I don't
All right.
know if it's good. Let's see. First, if this I had to convert
may
it to
not
the
work.
right size. Okay. The conversion worked.
well, he's
Let's
trying
see
to
if
do
I can
this,
share
I'll
it.
explain that my band, they were all of our birthdays were in July. So
Okay.
And how many people were in your band?
like 5 or 4.
Did you do that on purpose? Was it like auditions
No.
must be born in July?
No, 1, 2. No, it wasn't like that. One.
All right. I'm gonna start it. You guys ready?
Absolutely. I
Fine.
think
We've never done this, so this might not work.
So Kilo and I have to mute our mic. I know that.
Oh, I got to press play. Okay.
Do we? No, if we.
Can you see it?
I don't have to mute my mic. I don't think.
Can you
because
hear it?
it's over here?
Awesome.
You can't hear it from my mic, right, Christian?
Yeah.
Hear me either.
Shout out to single moms and a safe haven. Shout out to all angels looking out for little babies. Shout out to well wishers, kind folks and fellas. Every person with the kindness to tell us that they believed in us. Shout out to God. Shout out to cousins, brothers, uncles, and aunts who raise the good, refuse what we are not. Shout out to those who live from their heart. Get it? Blue face and my breath being held too long. Supposed to stay quiet when the things I'm seeing are wrong. Supposed to keep it in, screw it, I'll put down in the song what I should have said aloud. Now the crowd's decrowning us all, decrowning white legislators. Yeah, we won't let them talk. Whatever they're saying, they've been repeating too long, and it hasn't made change, so we're shaking it up, shaking foundations, hoping racism is dead when we're done. It's what we are in the now, justified in the end, killing off who offends us, put the world on the fritz. The one who did the killing was another one's brother who was cruising last year and lost his mother. Another black son of some other man was didn't. He ran from the cops, had the dogs sent off to get him. While a block to the south, a little kid named Dylan was killed while he was protesting a killing. Skip the chorus just to bring you where the news just in. This world is falling apart and we're the catalyst. It's hypothetical until it is in practice. It's a theory till this heads up where you're bashing. Go ration your lover, you'll be filled with more of it. Peace is entirely preferred to the alternative. Hope is an instrument that can't be used for murder. It's the thing that's giving hope into the murderers. Participation trophy matters, winner make up all of my peers. We wonder what would happen, now we're realizing those fears. K-12 may have wrecked the system. Now we're cut open and bleeding out the venom. Other half was broken by a multitude of fatherless homes. Statistically, it's critical to raise your own and knowing what a father does within a home and what little boys do in a house without one. Shout out to single moms and a safe haven. Shout out to all angels looking out for little babies. Shout out to well wishers, kind folks and fellas. Every person with the kindness to tell us that they believed in us. Shout out to God. Shout out to cousins, brothers, uncles, and aunts who raise the good, refuse it we are not. Shout out to those who live from their heart. You want to bet that you feel the same right, same time, but the money that you want got you up at night. Didn't like the way you got it, doesn't hurt to be dishonest. Selected for the people by the people, what a load of nonsense. What if you lobbied for the light, you little blood-sucking leech? In fact, you are girl, something I could teach you. I would break your jaws if only I could reach you. You politicians are the bane of all our peace, dude. We need fathers, not bother politics honest. We need bonds, not politicians to con us. We need officials to see the worth of a nation and culture. Not a single move king trying upon us. We need to build a family, that's with the heart. I want to thank you, God. Thank you, Mom. Starts here with unity, ends in love. Let's take peace, enough is enough. Shout out to single moms and a safe haven. Shout out to all angels looking out for little babies. Shout out to well wishers, kind folks and fellas. Every person with the kindness to tell us that they believed in us. Shout out to God. Shout out to cousins, brothers, uncles, and aunts who raised the good, refuse what we are not. Shout out to those who live from their heart. That's a wrap.
Gotta let the credits roll here.
It's a good video, dude. Joel killed that.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Wild experience.
So
Am
the
I
reason
back- is my mic back on? I tried to.
Your mic is back on.
yeah, you guys can hit
Oh,
that was awesome. So the reason I stepped away is because I wanted to go out. I went out my hallway with my phone to make sure that it was working, like it was streaming on Facebook, and it was. So
Good.
I figured if it was working on Facebook, it was working on everything else.
on YouTube, it only had my face, which was very awkward for me.
Yeah, see, no, I
I'm
don't.
sorry, Kilo.
I don't think so, though. I think it was like, I think if you press play, I think it went live. Whatever. Anyway, I know that at least it played on Facebook. I know that.
Oh, I was watching it here. Yeah, I just watched and listened to the whole thing. I took this time to talk to my TikTok viewers who had no idea what was going on, so that was fun.
Like,
Oh,
don't
that's
mind
cool.
them. They're just weird. I'm not as weird as them.
We can't.
Oh, Kilo, you're probably
you got real
the-
quiet there all of a sudden.
Me?
Yeah, you're quiet. Did you turn your mic down
No,
or
my
not
hands
turn it
were
up enough?
not near my. Hello.
Man,
Yeah,
we're
so-
excited. I'm excited to see that song out,
Yeah.
man. This is exciting. Hello.
Am I
Yeah.
still quiet?
Yeah,
No.
well, you're a little quiet, but we can hear you.
I have it turned way more up than it ever is.
Okay, you can hear you better now. Something's probably gonna click, and then you're gonna.
Hello.
I know Blair through.
No,
How about now?
yeah, you sound great. You sound
Like
wonderful.
we do. You sound beautiful. If I
I'm
can
not gonna give my opinion on that again.
sound sexy, give your
So-
opinion on.
I mean, anyways.
So anyway, the video, right? The video.
Yeah,
So
it's
we just watched. We just watched
Fucking
Christian
great
Cole's
video
debut video. That was the world premiere of
Yeah.
the video.
of the video
Wow.
that already has like 150 views.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Who knows how that happened? We can't keep track of
Yeah,
these things.
yeah, well,
We do not know. Christian might know, but we don't know. So
I know
Anyway.
basically nothing at this point.
anyway, but the song is just
welcome
awesome.
to my life.
Song is awesome. The video is awesome, and the video shot by. Now, what's the verdict? Are we going to be able to get Joel to join us, or is he not
Did
available?
you try, Christian?
I'll cry if Joel doesn't join us. We should
No,
check.
I
if he
didn't
can
say
join us.
cry. I said cry.
You know,
Should
I
I?
have
Am I
some
supposed to
fun
be sending him a
facts.
message? Is that the deal?
Someone try him. Someone try him.
Kilo,
'Cause
you-
my phone's on TikTok, but I'm curious because the story would be funnier if he was here to relay it on the music video front. Because that whole experience, this is my first time in front of a camera like that, and oh my gosh, I just remember we were at a buddy's house. So this whole thing was filmed at a buddy's house, and Joel's brilliant mind came up with all three sets that you guys see in the video. One is in the forest, one is in like a church.
Like a barn
Hey,
or
bro,
something?
you gonna be able to join our live stream by chance?
Probably not. I'm still on set.
Okay, then say hi to Christian and Bob and the viewers real
You
fast.
are on the
On
podcast
speakerphone.
right now.
You're on
What's
the
up,
podcast.
guys?
on
How's-
speakerphone.
How's it going, guys?
It's going well, bro.
Go.
Let's watch the music video.
We
Yeah, we-
just watched the video
The
live.
world premiere of your
Oh,
video.
you did?
Yes.
Sure did.
Yeah.
This so people know who we're talking to. On the phone here is the director of the video,
Absolutely.
And cinematographer and basically the whole crew, right? I mean, you did the whole
Pretty
thing.
much,
didn't you?
he's pretty much the whole crew. We had a beautiful, great videographer, Josh Erb, helping us out, but Joel was the mind behind the sets, and also the guy who helped me get some tequila shots in me before the first camera rolled. So
Oh,
Yeah.
Joel, didn't Josh stay at my house whenever you guys were here last?
He did.
He did
Yes,
that.
exactly.
Can
Yeah,
I-
that's he
I
did
can
some
tell you guys-
photos for you.
Josh is fucking dope. He did all my promo shots.
oh yeah,
Right.
Josh is tight.
Josh
He
is
made
great.
me look
Yes,
good.
sir.
Another guy from Oklahoma, right?
Oh yeah, guess what?
Exactly.
We're
Guess
Oklahoma.
what? We realized, Joel, that all of the people we are in cahoots with all the time are from Oklahoma.
Except me.
Oklahoma takeover.
Yeah.
We're about to reforge Bob's birth certificate because he's born in Long Point.
I don't
My
think
birth
I don't think
certificate's New
Oklahoma would
Hampshire,
want me.
though, so.
You can't be this talented born in somewhere other than Oklahoma.
Okay, Joel, we'll
Oh,
let you go. Thanks for
hey.
joining.
All right, see you guys.
See you
See you
later.
later, Joel. Thank you.
All right, later, guys. All right, bye.
So basically, at the end of the day, I'm a 24-year-old homeschooler that was a poet and decided he would try rap. And I have all these brilliant guys around me making me famous, and I'm hoping I can make.
And he's a very good singer, too, which you guys don't know that yet. And Christian doesn't even know that. He always like, I can sing kind of.
Oh, he's a very good singer. And
when Kanan Sanders, who was on our show as well, when he was at my house and he heard the cover we're working on,
also
He
from
had-
Oklahoma.
also also from Oklahoma, he had thought that I did a little bit of auto tuning on the vocal to make it perfect because it's literally just dynamically perfect. And like
Crazy to me.
I didn't do anything to it. I mean, I put reverb on it, everything you're supposed to do, but I didn't tune the vocal. And one thing Bob has pointed out is when Christian doubles himself when singing, sounds like he just fucking copied and
Yeah.
pasted it.
Yeah.
Like it's like he just sent us it with two different names. We're like, did you actually re-record
Yeah,
it?
it was
he's
Oh
like,
yeah, every
yeah,
single
probably
one.
the best doubling I've ever heard. I
Yeah,
mean,
I've
I've been in
and-
the industry for a bit, so the key to this
It
is
doesn't
be
matter.
autistic.
We have two, and we
Be-
have heard people do
Be
it.
autistic because I realize when I do something, I have to do it the exact same way every time, and so I guess when I literally because I would record that, send you the waveform, then record it again, send you the waveform, and record it again. I had no idea that once you stack those together, it sounded like the same voice. That was like
that's so funny.
Which
Wow.
is crazy,
even know I
right?
could do that.
So
Well, you
crazy.
did a great job. 2-3 times in a row. So
Point
fantastic.
being is you're a very good singer too. You're
Yeah.
as good a singer as you are a rapper. Because I said it like that.
Bull
Not to take
crap.
away-
Oh yeah,
No,
no, I
fully-
agree. You're a
fully
very good
true.
singer.
I said that to not take away from the fact that you're a very good rapper, or I would have said you're a better singer than a rapper. But you're such a good rapper as well that it's like I don't need to take that away, considering you spit bars on the song at 140. By the way, it was at 140. I checked after our
Yeah, yeah.
conversation earlier. And you were like, "Can we slow it down?" I was like, "No." And so you just recorded it like faster, and it
Mhm.
sounds to your own ear like I sped the track up, and I didn't.
Yeah,
and
funny.
That was
I'm
crazy to
saying
me.
that in a good way, right?
Mhm.
It's
Sure,
because
sure.
you're like saying words so
articulated and
Yeah.
quick.
articulated and fast that my mom even was like, play it again, play it again, play it again. Like she
You just
wanted
gotta
to
get your
hear
mom on
exactly
lyrics.
what you were saying, and like you just killed it. So yeah,
And-
you're
and
as
people should
good-
know the song you're talking about now
Correct.
is our next the next song that we're going to be that one's going to be really a collaboration between the three of us.
Yeah.
And with Kilo is the sort of the captain of the ship. You know what I mean? This was
On this one, this is Kilo's brain baby.
yeah. So
This
we're
is actually my dad's pocket brain, baby.
now there.
But,
What?
Because, exactly. My dad, I was working on my video for Glory to Ukraine with Joel, right? In
Yeah.
the studio we're in right now. And my dad was here and his phone rang and it was Wake Me Up by Avicii, right? And I was like, that's dope because and it is dope because my dad's like 70 or something like that.
Yeah, he's cool.
And
though.
so
rad.
yeah.
so I was like, oh, that's awesome. I love that song, and he knows I love Avicii stuff. And my dad was like, I have that for like me wanting this stupid war to be over, right? And like he had the Wake Me Up song as his ringtone, hoping that someday he would wake up and all the bullshit would be done.
And you
so,
go, hey, Dad, I'm going to get you a new ringtone.
basically. No,
Yeah, I'm gonna write you a
it's
new
just such
ringtone
great
or record
fucking
you one.
idea to take a song people know, flip the lyrics, and this is before we even were talking to Christian actually.
Right.
Wow.
And I was like, we could flip lyrics and have it be about the war itself, which I think Christian pointed out, or Bob, that it actually can be about even more than just the war. Like,
Right.
it's
Well, let's
about
hope.
violence and stuff like that. But like, then once we found Christian, we were like, can you sing on this?
Yeah.
And once again, he was like, I could try. And
Man,
I can
then
try.
nailed it. He
I can
nailed
try.
so Bob is doing all the acoustic instruments. I'm doing like the drop and the bass, the traditional.
Right. I mean,
Kilo
everybody
sound.
knows the song, right?
mastering
I mean, Wake Me
vocals.
Up. It's like a huge, massive, everybody on the planet's heard it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing this, and I started basically by recording my version of the song, like just playing it. Like I
Mhm.
play the guitar, I play the piano, and play the bass, basically the way the song, the original was done. And then I give it to Kilo. I don't really though, because I'm not very good at that. So Kilo points out that when he got it, the guitar did not sound like the original. It actually sounded like me playing guitar.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So then
Oh,
I
yeah,
gave all the
yeah.
tracks to Kilo, and then he did his magic, and then young Christian here got on there and got his tracks on, and now Kilo's finishing.
And
it
then
up.
we got
Cracks me up. And what's funny is so my mom, shout out to single moms, right? No, my mom's not
Right.
single. My mom and dad are happily together, but my mom has loved my singing. My mom has loved my singing my whole life. And that was the one song in my life that I sang, Wake Me Up. This is years ago. This is like 7-8 years ago. And I sang it and she was like, son, you are so off key. You are so off it or something like that.
so that's why you were like, I think I
That's
can.
why I was hesitant, because I feel like I can sing the crap out of a
You did
couple
it
songs.
perfect.
But that
You're a
one, I'm
great
like,
singer.
I was so scared of. And so the fact that you guys are like, hey, this sounds really good, made my day. It made
Mhm.
my whole last 8 years just a
Sounds
bit
great.
better.
It sounds
That's
so
awesome.
fucking great, bro.
It sounds great, man. Really, seriously. And
Like,
I get it. I mean, the funny thing was, well, one thing we don't talk about, right, is that when I recorded the original scratch tracks, not
this
scratch, they
was
were the real
very
tracks.
fun.
But
Oh,
I
is
rec-
this?
Yeah, I recorded my own version of the vocals, right? And I could sing. I'm a decent singer, but
Yeah.
I'm no Aloe Black. You know what I'm saying? So like I get, and that's who sang the original song. So I know you guys know, but I'm just in case people don't realize
Right,
that
right.
Yeah,
Aloe Black was the singer.
Aloe Black.
Who is really, honestly, one of the greatest singers on the planet. He's so cool.
Absolutely.
And he sang the original song for Avicii. So anyway, and I did my version, and it just sounds like me singing it, which is kind of, I don't know, 50-year-old alt
doesn't.
rocker.
Not when I was done with
And then guys said,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Kilo. Yeah. So
I gotta
picture
tell
like,
this whole story when you're done because
sure, yeah,
Christian
yeah.
is here.
So I said it to him, and it sounds like, I don't know, like Steve Earle singing it or something, And then I don't know if anybody knows who Steve Earle is. He's a kind of country rocker. And I send it to Kilo, and then he pitches it down a couple octaves, or maybe an octave, I don't know. And then I sound like I don't know, Lou Rawls, or not even Lou Rawls. I sounded like
Let's just say it was a racial change for
Isaac
Bob.
Hayes. That's who I sound like.
Here's what actually
Very white.
happened. I had drank a pre-workout and I was going to work out. And then Christian here called me and was like, blah, 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 this and that. And I was like, yeah. So
Sound just
by
like
the end of the conversation, I'm so turned the fuck up from not working out and drinking all of the pre-workout in the world that then I was like, I got to do something with my energy. So then suddenly the next morning, Bob was a big singer guy that was like
280 pound.
Can I I wonder.
super deep.
Wonder.
Do you
if I
still
can-
have that demo, Bob? If you,
That's what
if
I'm
you
looking
'cause I
at.
never heard it.
I can
I'm
email
looking
it.
right now.
I
So,
never heard it.
If I have it, Kilo, should I play it?
I was so curious.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty sure I have
This
it.
is
So
Bob's racially diverse version of Wake
I
Up.
was just about
Don't
to
say
say
me.
that,
I
but
didn't
I
make
didn't
it.
say that, Christian. Good job.
all right.
For taking the
Our
lead on
PC.
it.
We
No,
are
it's
PC.
probably under working. I'm looking in folders on my computer right now. That's just
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing.
You
Here, I can
gotta-
bring this over. I don't have to look over like that.
You gotta hear
All right.
it. It's hilarious.
All right. Okay.
Oh yeah. So,
Oh, I think you called it Wake Bob Up, I think was the name.
It's
of it.
Wake Bob Up, dude. Okay, so for
I
those of you
think
that don't
it's
know,
called Big
Bob.
Black or something like that.
I have to just go ahead and preface this for this podcast too, because I don't know when I'm going to get to do my next one with you guys. The flippin' titles. So when you're producing with somebody, or
Oh, hi. That's my fault.
any art form, you basically you transfer files. And so I'll get these files from Kilo with the funniest names I've ever seen. Like, it's never just like wake me up, vocal track. It's like wake me up, vocal track, squeak, squeak, hope you love you, bye. And like,
Yeah,
that's what I'll get in my email.
that's so probably a thing.
I'm probably verbatim something. It's like,
Honestly,
if you had a,
that's why Bob's
and-
having a hard time finding it, because it's named some fucking ridiculous
Yeah,
dumb
yeah.
shit.
No, I'm also being dumb. Look, I could just go to Google Drive and do the actual
But
real
like,
search
I'm
there.
like, I don't know, man. It's whatever I'm thinking about. At like the latest version of Wake Me Up is called Wake Me Up, Fuck This Shit, or something like that. Like it really is, because I was having a hard time with the bass. Like it's just me cussing at the song on the title, just in case the song is paying attention. Maybe it'll
hear
work
you.
out. Yeah, I should have titled the next one, I'm going to kill you if you don't work. But then if I send it to anybody, they're gonna be like, is this a real threat?
Yeah, for real. They think it's about
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
You know that whole analogy about Shakespeare being written if an infinite amount of monkeys were pounding on a
Right.
typewriter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's where Kilo gets his file titles. It's just
bro,
infinite
it's
amount of
funny
monkeys.
you say
No.
that, because King Matt Black put that in a song that's coming out soon. It's in a song called Fluke, where he talks about, it's Alan Watts talking about like if they infinite monkeys had infinite time, they'd eventually write Encyclopedia Britannica.
Right. Yeah.
Whatever. Like that's actually in one of our songs.
That's right. So there you go. There's that
Yeah.
serendipity.
I need to
All right,
learn more about the analogy.
I can't find it. I can't find my the big Bob version of it. So we'll have to
Is
play
that
that
what
next.
you're gonna call it?
I know I was going to call it anything. I did not. I
dare
mean,
you
it's here
guys,
somewhere. I don't know what
at the
I don't know what
very
the file was named. That's the problem.
At the very end of our official track, we should just play Big Bob's version, like for a couple seconds as a fade out echo, like a
There you go. That sounds great.
And just like as an ode to the original. And what
Well, it'll be the B-side.
the B-side, yeah. Well, if it still existed, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh man.
Yeah,
that was
see,
the best
I'm
song.
looking for it now, and I found one called "Wake Me Up, Face Hole Candy." I'm just reading this out loud to tell
go.
the viewers that he's not lying. One is make him mono, please.
Yeah,
That's
there you
the
go.
title of
Make
one
him
of
mono.
them.
And that's because I put my vocal tracks in stereo on accident, and I just started doing mono, and it does sound better, but
It doesn't
usually
matter
Bob
that
would do that
much.
for me. It cracks me
It's
up.
not that big. That's
Exactly.
hardly a big deal.
I'm glad it says make him mono and not give him mono, because then we'd have to have another.
I know.
It'd be another.
So,
Make him
by the way,
mono.
since we're talking about not a whole lot of anything at the moment, but I'm gonna segue for a moment into this guy, because I've got a new single coming out as well in now about an hour, and it's an interesting story. So,
this is a great story. I love
yeah.
this
So,
story.
even though we've got the record label going here and everything, I actually I'm signed to a different label. As the Static Dive, I'm signed to a record label in Germany called FBP Music Group. And so anyway, I just put like little, now that I'm doing all this stuff with the label and with Kilo and everything else, the Static Dive stuff, I'm putting out just, like pop rock singles with the hope of people hearing them, obviously. And then and a lot of them, what I'm doing is kind of taking some, I'm reworking song ideas that I had worked on for years and kind of finishing them and then put them out as a complete project. And that's what this one is. So the song I have coming out in an hour is called "Handle on the Sum," and it's Sum, S-U-M, not Sun, S-U-N. So Handle on the Sum, and it is. I originally wrote it in 1993. Right, I wrote one verse and I wrote the main kind of riff of the and which is just this, right? So the song is just
Play it for us. We get a live rendition of this, guys.
I'm out of tune though. I didn't plan on this, but all right.
I'm sending you the song, Bob.
What?
I'm sending you the song. The title of this song is the dumbest thing ever, but that's okay. It's even worse.
Oh, is this the Wake Me Up? So anyway, so Handle on the Sum is just a simple little. Still out of tune, but anyway, it's a 3-chord song, and I wrote that 30 years ago I just screwed everything up. I wrote that in 1993, 29 years ago, and then it just kind of sat around with one verse, and it's just weighed in, a handle on the sum, and then I never did anything with it. I played it. I recorded a couple times like that with just one verse, and I played it live a bit with just one verse, and it was never finished. So anyway, I decided to finish it. One day I was driving home from my old job that I did not like. And
He loves babysitter.
so yeah, no, it was actually, I wasn't coming home from my job because wasn't that long ago. I left the job a while ago.
You were driving home from.
I was driving home from my girlfriend's house, I think, from Albany.
Yeah, and yes, I remember this.
Yeah. So I was doing that, and I just started listening to the old song, and I started writing new lyrics while I was driving. So
That's the best way to write a song, man.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta put this
You
back.
do not condone driving and using your phone, though.
We don't condone driving and using your phone. We do condone driving and singing all the time.
You can sing into your phone. That's fine.
I condone anything anybody wants to do.
Throw your phone out
Do
there.
whatever you want. I don't care. I condone whatever it is you want to do. Anyway,
I don't agree with him. Officially from the House of Static, I do not condone drinking and
kidding.
driving.
And legally, I'm not going to say I agree.
murder or other things.
Anyway, but I butchered my own story. I've destroyed, but I wrote this song.
No, I
29
destroyed
years
it.
ago. No. I picked up a guitar, out-of-tune guitar, and butchered it, and then I butchered the song, and then butchered the story. Anyway, point is, I got a new song. I finished writing it 29 years later, and put it out. And while I recorded it,
Wow.
I liked it a lot. Sent it over to Kilo, as I do with my things, and he made it into something really awesome. Actually, pretty great. So
Man, I'm so excited to hear that.
You should
I get to
play
see
it,
it?
Bob.
You should play it.
I could play that. I could play
Play
that.
it,
I don't
play it.
have a
Also,
video
you
of that
have an
one.
email of the ha 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 ha. Just read to the people the name of the song. I think that's the right version.
Right. Oh, okay. I will.
You
Just
guys
to
are
prove-
wild.
It's
So-
not. It's not bad. Don't worry, Chris.
All right,
The-
we're gonna
the-
play.
while
We're gonna
Bob's
play my
looking,
song.
It's amazing because in these two producers we have Bob, who's like experienced, been around, been doing music for decades, and is just like one of the most down to earth dudes. Not old. I didn't say
Old
old.
is the word that
I
you
said
meant
old.
to say.
It's
And then
okay.
Kilo, who, if you didn't know him, would think he'd snorted a line every time before he talked. Which is,
Why do you think my name is Kilo? I am.
No,
I'm not going to speak into that, but
No,
Kilo's
no,
one of the most
No, I
diverse
don't do
creative
drugs. Anyone
people
who
I've
knows
ever
my
No, he
brand
does
knows
not
I
do.
don't
He's-
do drugs.
creating myths there.
It's
about
just
it.
such a
No,
dynamic
I said
duo.
I
I think
am
about
a
me.
Kilo.
Yeah.
I'm like
oh,
a
there you
kilo
go.
as
Right
a
on.
person. If cocaine became a human, that would be me.
If cocaine became a human, it'd be you.
I
If
would
it got
say-
sentient, it would then be me because it would just wow.
If vegan cheese became a thing,
That's great.
would it be Bob?
What's that?
Or
If
maybe.
vegan cheese became a thing, would it be Bob? Good vegan cheese.
Vegan
Good
cheese.
vegan.
That's me.
Yeah,
I'm
good
vegan
vegan
cheese personified. All right, hold on. All right. So I found the song. So let's see if we can play it. This is the first. So I successfully shared a video earlier. Now we're going to try to share an audio. So let's see, computer
This is
audio.
the greatest podcast we've had yet. This is great. We
Yeah,
need
right.
more than us.
Yeah, we get wild.
You hear that?
Very good. Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the instrumental. Hold on.
I was so jamming. I was jamming.
Oh yeah, we're going to do it again. Here we go.
3, 2.
Well, I'm waiting, handle on the sum, handle on the season, waiting for the reason, holding on to one, wonder what it means, wonder how you only worry for the lonely, I wonder how the fun, I hope it never ends, pray it's all for me, no it just can't be, just keep the peace that's mine, it's yours what's yours is mine, I struggle over nothing, waiting here for something, a handle on the sun, a handle on the sun, a handle on the sun, handle on the sun. Well, I was dreaming, I lost my place in time. I wonder where the days go and all the folks that I know. Even stars burn out in time. We sail like sinking ships or leaves upon the breeze. We're floating down the stream, returning to the sea. Ripples turn to waves, they leave you there unsure. You wonder what it's for, I don't wonder anymore. Or less is best, I guess. I struggle over nothing, waiting here for something. A handle on the sun, a handle on the sun, a handle on the sun, a handle on the sun. All right. Who's waiting? Handle on the sun, handle on the season, waiting for the reason, holding on to one. Wonder what it means, wonder how you want me, word for the lonely. I wonder how the fun, hope it never ends. Pray it's all for me, no it just can't be. Just keep the peace that's mine, it's yours is mine. Struggle over nothing, waiting here for something. A handle on the sun, handle on the sun, handle on the sun,
This did not come out soon enough.
handle on the sun. And I'm waiting. All right.
Bob, I love that with all of my heart.
Oh, well, awesome. Thank you.
Dude, I'm putting that on every summer playlist I have.
I
literally
couldn't
like
tell what
Dude,
you were thinking. You were making all these weird faces.
well,
so
I'm
I was
talking
like,
to
oh,
my
no.
TikTok followers because everyone's like, that's a vibe. The song feels like summer bop for sure.
It's a
Those
great fucking song. It's
stimulates
great.
my brain in the best way. Like I'm getting live
That's
feedback.
good. I thought you were like, calm down, guys. It's gonna be over soon.
No, I'm getting more feedback on Bob's song than I got on mine. All
Oh,
right,
that's funny.
Bob, we
that'd
got to
be
make
great.
some summer bops, dude.
There you
That
go. Well,
was-
did I?
Dude, we can do that shit in a day.
Well,
I know, that's what I'm
right.
saying.
Not that that song's not good, but we do that vibe all the time.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, what that is like, I mean, like what that's what I used to do. I wrote songs. I wrote like 3-minute rock songs and pop songs.
Yeah.
That's what I did forever. And, you know, but now I kind of get, now I do more like esoteric kind of experimental music
Right.
with Kilo, but I have hundreds of songs. I mean, I just have hundreds and hundreds of them.
Dude,
So
can you get me some? And like, if it's possible, not to step on toes, but I'd love to like record some. And then, dude,
of
like,
course, not stepping
tell
on my
you-
toes. That's
Don't
fantastic.
worry, I'm in a scooter. You can't step on my toes. bro.
Oh,
I'll still
no.
kick your shins. No, just
No, I'm kneeling right now on fuck you. I'm kneeling with my legs up, so you can't even do that.
yo, Bob, we have to talk, dude. Like, I just between us three, dude, we can make so many freaking
Oh, right
songs.
on, man.
Okay,
That's
since we're
awesome.
doing show and tell hour, I sent you the newest version of the Wake
Oh my
Me Up
gosh.
cover.
Are we gonna do this
So
again?
we're gonna
All right.
do that. We're gonna
Okay.
do this for the people.
newest
especially
version.
since Christian is here.
I'm gonna try the sharing one other way. So how did that? I hope that,
That
all
worked
worked.
perfectly fine. It
Oh,
sounded
that was
great.
beautiful. Great audio.
Sounded
Okay.
the way that I mixed it.
All right, that's the
that
way
was
we'll do
fine.
it then. Let me get the
Whatever that was, do this again.
Dude, I'm just so turned
is
on
great fun.
musically.
Turned up.
Don't you effing don't say it,
Oh,
Kilo.
people don't know why we're laughing. We're
Don't
not-
say
you know, yeah, it's
Oh
Kilo.
man. Don't wait. Kilo, if you do it, turn on your reverb. Turn on your
Alright,
hold on.
you're
Everyone
the
listen.
biggest genius ever.
Listen.
Terrible.
Boner time.
It's just so stupid.
It wasn't even
It's an in-
ominous. It was just it
It's
was
an inside joke. It's
whipping
funny
it out
to
there.
us. It's because I got so excited the other day about something that I said that. Not
my TikTok
thinking,
followers are asking me about kicking shins. I've never kicked shins. I don't kick shins.
Why are you kicking crippled people, bro?
Oh my god.
don't-
All right. So are we really doing this wake me up version?
That's the latest one. The one
It's
I
up to
just-
Kilo. It's up to
The
Kilo.
one that I sent you that said like Play
It's
this.
wake me up. Ha 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 ha.
not that one, the other one, the last one I sent.
Oh, okay.
I just think
Wake me up. Ha
Play
ha
this.
ha.
Okay, you want me to play? Is this me
That's
or
the
is this
latest
Christian?
version. No, that's the one that is actually titled correctly, not titled like a dumbassery.
Oh,
Like a
so we're gonna
monkey
play
sound.
you want to play the real
Yeah,
version?
yeah. Since we have Christian here, we may as well play what's
That's
done
exciting.
so far. This
Current
is very
rendition.
exciting. Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
So this is the current rendition
Okay, I
of
gotta
Wake Me
download
Up.
it. Hold on. That's not the right way to do it. Hold on. I'm downloading.
This is
Taking a
great
second.
fun though. But I won't yell boner time. I mean those words anymore.
All right.
Anymore. I love that.
Oh wait. Hold on. Stop.
What's
All right.
happening?
Oh, I gotta share it. Okay, you ready?
I'm excited.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna share my audio again, just the same as I did before.
All right.
Somehow. There we go.
And Christian has been a huge part of this shit. If it wasn't for him,
Okay.
Feeling our way through the darkness, burdened by our bleeding heart. Well, I can't tell when the killing will end, but I'm praying to God. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream, to see this world unite before the day I close my eyes. Well, that's what we need. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older, when no bombs are left falling and the world isn't lost, and I hope isn't gone. I'll wake you up when it's all over, when we're wiser and we're older, when no bombs are left falling and the world isn't lost, and I hope isn't gone, and I hope isn't gone, and I hope isn't gone, and I hope, and I hope isn't gone. Gotta leave hope to find, give in to the feeling that we hope to find. Dig a bit, learn a bit, leave the venom and give them the benefit of the doubt that we would hope is right. Yeah, holding on to hope is tight. We laugh, we love, we smile, the world will calm. Then we thank God when all is done. We kinda thank yous and lift them up and thank God. The sun is on us. This dream's been a nightmare too long. Our hearts have fought us and heartache when did our path was so wrong. These bombs are falling and honest, we lost our way, we slept enough. And I hope isn't gone. And I hope. And I
Love that.
And I hope isn't gone.
Yeah.
That's dope at the end there. Bob, when it the last and our hope isn't gone, that
Oh, let's
your
start.
eyes went cross-eyed or something, that cracked me up.
What's that?
Your eyes went cross-eyed. The last and our hope isn't gone. You were like,
Oh yeah, I'm a weird dude, man.
dude, cracked me up. Your new
Welcome,
nickname is Vegan
welcome
Cheese.
to the House of Static. Bob's a strange guy.
Bob is a strange guy. Dude, you guys crack me up. I just want to give everyone nicknames. We have Living Cocaine, Vegan Cheese, and
I don't want to be anything named Cheese. I don't want that to be my name.
that's true. Cheese does not.
We
end up-
can't hear you, Kilo. We can't hear you.
He's still jamming into the song. And
now you can. Now you can.
There you
Now
go.
you can overhear me.
Anyway, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Christian, you killed
Just
that shit.
well, it's Kilo, you killed that shit. Honestly, that's That's the three of us. I mean, there's nobody else
Yeah.
on that track but the three guys you're seeing here.
Yeah,
That was us.
that is
doing
wild.
it. And
Well,
I've
we
never
did it
heard.
badass.
I've never
We
even
rewrote
heard
the
music like
lyrics,
that.
kind of.
Yeah, we rewrote the lyrics. There's stuff in there that is more applicable to what's going on right now. Kilo, was that gunshots that you added at the end?
Where? Oh no, that's the like that disco beat that's in the first like drop or whatever. That's that sample just like stretched way out, so it's like
Yeah. Okay. I was so interested. It's
guess
so
it
funny. I've
could
never
sound
heard
like
the-
gunshot technically.
It literally does. Maybe get a gunshot sample, but it's so
I
funny
actually
because
have gunshot sounds that I have sampled from a YouTube video about the war, so
There you go.
Oh,
I can
perfect.
use that.
All right.
No, I was going to say I've never heard the music that Kilo makes. It's like its own genre, and then I've never. It's weird hearing myself in it. It's like a mix of like EDM and trap and rap and
Yeah.
cocaine, and
Yeah,
it's just
that
crazy.
song is just fuckery. Honestly, it is. It's just
Insane.
because here's what
crazy.
happened. If everyone wants to know the story, we were writing it. I was trying to keep it tame, and then Bob was like, "Well, you know, bro, just make it you." Like one day, I was
Right.
like trying to get it perfect, and Bob was like, "Just I mean, you're gonna be the main artist, so just make it however you want." And then I did that whole second drop that's like not even the song at all. It's
Yeah.
Christian's voice just pitched way up, and then it's
It's
doing
awesome.
a melody. That's your voice at the end. There is no lead there. That's just you.
It's the best, man. It's
knew
so
it.
yeah. It had to be.
That
The
is
thing
great.
is, what people don't know is that, or maybe they do now, I don't know, but Kilo told us, said why we were doing the song. The whole inspiration with the Stad's phone and the war. But in addition to that, I mean, even before the war, everything, Kilo and I, we talk every day. We've been talking every day for a good year and a half now, and Avicii comes up multiple times a week. Avicii is a huge hero of Kilo's, a huge,
Yeah.
and so I mean that's a huge part of this. Is not
Boner
just
time.
it's a lot of love going into that
Kidding,
song
just kidding.
from a lot of different angles.
What did you say, Christian?
I didn't say boner time. Talking about your love for Avicii.
You did. You definitely. This is okay.
If Avicii's smiling down from heaven right now, just like
Right.
There you go, man. Right on.
Exactly.
Anyway, and yes, I did say, Kilo was, I think, and my point of bringing that up, that Avicii is a big hero of Kilo's, is that he wanted to do the song justice, so he's looking at it as a perfectionist and really trying to make it the song that the original song was. And I was like, I don't think that's the right way to pay homage to it. The right way is to
Right.
do it your way,
that's
So
a
he
good note. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I was
I have always,
wondering
because I've been playing in bands for 100 million years, and I've played a million cover songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't like learning them the right way. I like to interpret
Well, I've noticed
them.
that you
I like
have
to
your
play
own-
them. I
have
like
your
to
own
play
vocal
them like a
twist.
musician.
Oh
You have
yeah.
a vocal twist you put on things, but I know that this rendition, because I've listened to Kilo's other stuff on Spotify and stuff, and this rendition that I got, I listened to it for a couple minutes yesterday, but then I actually really listened to it today, and it was like so much more Kilo's flavor. And so, yeah, that's good to know that kind of the backstory of how that shifted from sounding so much like Avicii's to way more Kilo's flavor. I was curious what happened there. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean
This
that's the
is
thing.
what
Doing a cover like yourself, right? That's the difference between being
Right.
a musician or being Muzak. You know what I mean? Like if you go into a
I
grocery
love
store,
music.
I know you
bro,
love
bro.
it.
I fucking love music. If you guys don't know what that is, look it the fuck up.
Yeah.
You will be happy.
Is
Yeah,
that like
Muzak,
K-pop?
Muzak is actually a term. It's actually a company. It's a
Right,
name of a
right.
company that
But
does
you can
in-store
also
playlists.
search the playlist
Yeah.
on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it's so
That
like
sounds like a big Russian guy.
like elevator, right? Elevator music. You ever heard the term elevator music? Because you get
Oh,
into
yeah. I've
elevator
always-
music.
What happened to elevator music, by the way?
Well, I don't know. I don't go into
It
elevator
really bums me out. Now I have to
just
sit
stay
in silence with people in an elevator. And not that I don't
I
love
know,
people,
it's
but
awkward. It's awkward. I can't fart in elevators anymore.
Oh yeah, but they used to. You get in an elevator and there'd be
No.
some watered down version of like "Girl from Ipanema."
It's awesome though. I love it. If you guys like even like lo-fi music or something like that, like it's like as if you took the lo-fi effect off of lo-fi. It had, no, really. It's
That's
lo-fi
right.
with
You're
the
right.
lo-fi effect taken off. So it's like
Oh,
the
that's
most-
so funny.
It's
Yeah.
the most brainworm music where you're gonna be
Yeah.
humming it a year from now and be going like, "What?"
You
the
know
fuck
what?
am
You know
I
what that
What the
means?
hell? Why am
Lo-fi producers around the world owe millions of dollars to Lawrence Welk because that's because you're 100% right. They just take it. Lawrence, no, but you guys don't know who Lawrence Welk is, but he was a big. He was at. There was a TV show. Yeah, he had a TV show for years and years and years in the like 50s, 60s, and 70s. And he made albums, and it was basically he had an orchestra, and Lawrence Welk, and he would direct his orchestra, and they would play like the hits of the day on TV for like an hour, but it was like an orchestra playing them. So, and they'd have and Lawrence Welk. I mean, the Lawrence Welk Orchestra was when I was a little kid, like in the 70s. That was huge. Yeah, crazy.
I gotta say, making
Man,
lo-fi
Lawrence Welk,
shit
the
is-
name actually sounds familiar.
Lo-fi is hard to produce for me, at least, because I've been like actually trained to produce, like
To make things sound good. Yeah,
you know, shout out Icon Collective.
right on.
But it's hard to make it sound like shit and not be shitty, right? Like to downgrade the
It's
quality,
a fine line to walk.
quote unquote, right, without making it just irritating to listen to. Like it's harder for me than making like a big, nice sounding track because it's like you want to fuck the sound up by putting certain effects on it, but then if you push it past one point, it's in the range of like annoying or
Mhm.
like
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I love it.
I'd say though the first real lo-fi song that we put out was King Matt Black's tune "Candles Under Streetlights."
Well, actually,
He was
it's,
nailed
so
it. You killed
freaking
that.
sick.
Yeah, you killed
that
that.
song is great.
Yeah.
That song.
So I have two things I gotta, but I don't want to cut you off. That song, what, Kilo?
no.
Well, I was gonna say we have some people in the comments right now that say they think we should put trap music in elevators, and I'm picturing like Kilo's music in an elevator and people walking in and just starting. to
I
rap.
don't think people will be very happy. They will
That's
be
so funny.
terrified. If you good trap music, yes. My music, which is mainly horror movie based or like war based, probably not, because then they'll leave
Little
with
Baby
like
gets in there.
PTSD. They'll
They
be like,
kill, the elevator with like come down to the butt. They go from the top to the basement floor, and everybody's dead inside. They all kill each
Yeah,
other.
Dude,
right?
oh my god, they don't even know how it happened. Just
Right,
different
right.
causes of death.
So I tell
Good.
your fans, nay, 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 nay. That's about
Okay, guys, apparently it's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad, but I love
Maybe
it.
Bob's music. Let's do Bob's music.
Sure,
I think
some of
that's
it
a
would
better
work.
idea.
Put Zen.
Which actually
Zen
adds
sees
me
me
to
work in an
another thing.
elevator.
So Bob's music. So I wanted to comment on this on the podcast. I had forgotten about this until now. But for those that don't know, I was diagnosed with 21 with high functioning autism, and my whole life I've been kind of a chameleon. I just imitate, and a lot of my music is imitating like different genres and different styles. It's not just rap. I can sing in other languages, or I like to sing in other languages, but country music, like R&B, a whole spectrum. And I'd never found producers who could rock with me on all those fronts. And like literally, like these two can
Oh,
make
yeah.
pretty much anything in the world. Like lo-fi, they could make me an opera track if I really got on my knees and begged
We
them.
could
But,
make you sound like an opera singer, even if
Sure.
we had to.
dude, we got to do that because it's
Good.
so crazy. Like anything I throw toward them, they're just like, "Oh yeah, for sure, we can do." That.
I'm
No,
laughing
we-
because we were just tequila. We were talking about this today, where like
So dynamic and eclectic.
He was like, one time he's like, we need a female
Diverse.
opera singer. And I'm like, well, I don't have any around, So I did it. So
Oh,
I sang the
yeah.
whole song like a female opera singer.
This happened.
It's great.
This guy.
Oh,
Well, no,
dude, give
because
me
I
that
was like,
track.
I need
No,
a
it's
bunch
terrible.
of
It's
like,
insane.
I
It's
need
not
like,
terrible, but it's insane.
I think I said angels. I think I said like a girl choir of angels in the background of this one song.
I'll give you angels.
Wait, he got
Oh,
me
you
some
already
Sanity. That's
do.
what I gave him.
And
I'll give you
so he
angels.
gives me this track and he's like, never showed this to anybody. Or they will lock me up and think I'm crazy. That's what the text.
let's play it.
said.
No, we're not going to do that.
I'm
We're not
just
gonna-
kidding.
It did end
I'm
up in a song, but it's unrecognizable in the song.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, it's altered, but
No,
it's one of those
but the
things-
whole fucking track is in the song. The
Mm-mm,
entire,
so-
he's like, you might find like one good part. The whole part is in the song in the background, washed
Kilo
out
goes-
into the back.
Hilo goes, "I'll do you better." I'm including the whole thing.
I
and
did.
You're gonna
Yeah.
love it.
I
And he
I
does
knew.
love
I
it.
knew he would anyway. Yeah, that's just how.
I'm crazy. That's what I mean, yes, I'm glad we have people like Bob and Christian here because I just write crazy music. If you've heard my music that's not with these two,
I love it.
it's
I love it.
insanity. It's just if you took trap and gave it to like Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger, you're like, here's a laptop, figure out how to make music. That's
right.
me.
Well, that's the the scariest thing I've heard on this podcast.
Right.
I think what's funny is Bob's like a kite holder, and Kilo and I are like these two kites going off in different directions, and he's just this
Yeah.
tether point.
I think you
Yeah.
have far too much faith in my in my stability.
Hasn't been
No,
misplaced
speaking
yet.
He knows he cannot tether me, bro.
Yeah,
he-
I've never tethered anything or anyone in my life.
He
I am the
keeps
opposite of
giving
that.
me and
I'm like a balloon
me
floating
and-
around the room. But what we should
Well-
mention, by the way, because we've been going on for a while now, so we probably want to wrap it up with the questions maybe pretty soon. But I do
we
want
not
to.
want to try to get Chris on here.
Well, that's where I was going, right? So,
Right.
my cousin Chris, who anybody that's a regular viewer of Kilo and I, Bob and Kilo show here, will know that my cousin Chris has been on the show before. He's a world-class bass player. I mean, he's you just don't get any better or bigger. And he's played with. He was on Ozzy. He was on a record that Ozzy made. He was in the band The Cult. He was the bass player for Ace Frehley of Kiss. He is currently on tour with Joe Perry, the guitar player from Aerosmith. And his normal gig is,
And he's a great guy.
and he's an
Fucking
awesome guy. And his
awesome
normal
guy.
gig is he's the bass player for the Hollywood Vampires, which is Johnny Depp, Alice Cooper, Joe Perry, and some other folks. So that's my cousin, Chris Wise. And he's my cousin. He's my bro. I love him. And he also makes his own music. He had a band called Owl for a long, long time. And
Stop
but now
winking at your phone, Christian.
yeah. Anyway, so
Talking to fans.
Chris is talking to his TikTok friends.
I
Anyway,
know.
so my cousin Chris has got a new song coming out tomorrow, Chris Wise. So you just gotta look him up. I gotta, let's see. I'm gonna pull up his page, and so we get make sure I say the title right and everything. But it's pretty exciting, and we try to get him on here, but he's on tour right now with Joe Perry. So he's like in Brazil or something, and
What
I
a high
did-
roller.
yeah. So he said he's not playing tonight, but they're trying to get some rest because they just got off the road and off the plane, and now they're going to be playing a gig tomorrow night. So he's trying to chill.
They
and
drove
I don't
the
blame him.
plane there, Bob.
They drove. Yeah, they
Yes,
drove a plane.
we
That's
love
how it works.
Yes.
with planes.
Damn.
Yeah. It's crazy. You wouldn't think so. You'd think they fly, but no.
I got dad jokes. I'm just
Rock
not
stars,
a dad,
man.
I don't think.
All right, Chris.
Rock
Wise.
stars get away with a lot. They trash hotel rooms and they drive planes over
No,
interstate.
well, bro, when I was on tour, I didn't ever really trash hotel rooms because we slept in our van a lot of the time. So our van was the hotel room. So if you want to trash your hotel room,
All right. Hey, I'm gonna share something again. Gonna share Chris's screen here so we can just show people. What am I doing? What do you see right now?
I see Chris Wise.
Okay, there you go. So this is Chris. This is my cousin Chris Wise, right? And this is a very strange way to share. This is not what I wanted to do.
yeah,
I'm
it
gonna stop.
doesn't look great.
That wasn't the way it was supposed to be. Okay.
We got a close and intimate view.
Share
Everyone.
screen.
Nothing that we do is
Oh,
the right
basic.
thing to
Okay,
do.
there we go. I got it. I got it. All right, share. All right, now you see a Facebook page, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so this is Chris Wise. This is my cousin Chris. He rocks. That's him. And he's got his new song, Black Owl, first single from my forthcoming solo album, is out tomorrow. I wonder now, I don't think I'd be able to play it because I'd have to like download it and stuff to
Right.
play it. But go look for Chris Wise. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you got? Oh, we got a teaser. I don't think it'll work if you going follow the link. I would like to play it. Oh, will this work? You guys will have to tell me if it works. Oh my God, what am I watching?
We see the bad
We
things.
love the ad.
Okay, you do
No.
see it? Can you hear it?
No, not really.
Not yet.
Oh yeah. We don't hear it.
No, it's not really working. I didn't think that was going to work very well. But anyway, go to Chris.
Go
Go
look
to
it up.
Chris's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go look it up and you'll definitely enjoy it. He's a fucking great guy.
Oh, I can hear something.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
shoot it through the mic though. Bob.
So funny story. I just looked up Christian Cole on Spotify, which for those of you that don't know, I used to publish under a different name, and this is with the Static House, and
I have
Kilo.
a feeling I know where this funny story is going.
Well, this is the first time I've titled under Christian Cole, which is going to be for the rest of my life when I'm called. And I just typed in Christian Cole, and under artist it says Blueface. So I'm pretty sure the song isn't out yet, but it's somewhere in the distribution that it's crossed those two.
Hell yeah, right on.
Which
It
It's a
should
good
be
sign.
out here in 30 minutes, honestly.
30
If
minutes.
I'm correct, it's out in 30 minutes. If Bob's correct, it's depending on where you're located.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean,
Someone's about to
I'm
get-
not even sure where I'm located most of the time, but I know it's going to be
Oh,
out here in 30 minutes. So anyway, I think that we probably should wrap it up because my hair is
Okay,
starting to attack
Before we
me.
do our wonderful and my favorite part of the end of the podcast, where we ask random questions and we all have to answer them,
Yes.
that
What?
we may or may not behave ourselves. So
Oh,
what
yeah,
we
you're
do
new
at the
here.
end of the podcast. Oh yeah, you're new here.
I've never
Christian.
made it to the end of one of your podcasts.
Right,
My
right.
phone- my
Well,
phone
that
always
doesn't.
breaks.
That's not good. But what we usually do is one of us asks an industry question and the other one asks a
Any question?
unrelated just a random ask question to have your fans get to know you. So everybody has to ask a question, including yourself, Christian. But we all
Okay.
have to answer them. We have to answer our own question. And
Yes,
since
everybody asks. Everybody answers every question. So I get. What do you want to just do one each?
Yeah,
depending-
but
no,
I don't know what I'm gonna ask.
no,
Give me a
we'll
second,
do-
it'll come.
So no, we'll do it the way you
Okay,
were
one
about to
or
say,
two
Bob.
each. Sure.
So
Okay.
yeah, so we'll each ask an industry question, each ask a random ask question. And we've had people ask like, would you like to have finger-sized legs or leg-sized fingers?
Yeah.
That was the question once, which
Yes.
is hilarious. But or it can be a very intimate, like, what do you think the meaning of life is?
Right.
Whatever. But before we do that,
Okay,
I just
okay.
want to say, go follow Christian Cole on whatever you listen
Everything.
to.
Yes.
Spotify,
Apple
fucking
Music.
probably not
YouTube.
SoundCloud, Apple Music, YouTube.
Christian Cole
whatever.
official and or ChristianColeMusic.com you can go to.
And then, yeah,
you can
Instagram.
hear
And
the song there.
if you guys in the TikTok eat really like Bob's stuff, it's under the Static Dive.
The Static
So-
Dive. That's right. The
and
Santa
if
song's
you're
called Handle on the
insane-
Thumb.
If you're insane, just type in Kilo House places and you'll find me.
There you go. And if
My,
you're into the rock, go look up Chris Wise. So
And
All
if
right.
you're into just some little boy, my TikTok is Christian Cole F.
I
Just
don't
Christian
think
Cole
we
F.
should be promoting if you're into little boys. on
Yeah,
our-
sorry, grown men. Grown
Say
men.
that differently.
Oh, my
please.
If you're into 24-year-old musically inclined autistic white boy men, can't say white boys, then look up Christian Cole F on TikTok, and then my Instagram is Christian Cole Official. Would love to see.
okay. So
Now
Kilo,
that
why
we've
don't you start the
plugged
question?
ourselves hard. That sounds bad. I start questioning.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it was your idea.
No, well, yeah, long ago before
Yes,
I
it was
was
a
even
long
part of
ago
the
it was your idea.
podcast. It was my idea.
That's
Okay, so I will start my round with the industry question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you, out of any song that is not related to your genre that you do, which right now will be rap, right? Because that's the song that's coming
Okay.
out. What is one song that you would say has influenced you the most in another genre, not your own, in another genre?
All time, like which got my goat throughout life that isn't in my genre.
Sure. Whatever about the goat.
Oh, I know.
Hail Baphomet. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Whatever about the goat. The song I think that's influenced the most of my life and continually has been
Oh,
Hallelujah.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Leonard Cohen, man. Right on.
Bro, let me just say this and then you can answer the rest of your own question by yourself. I have to cut you off because when I got my schooling from Icon, right, I did this thing where I was going to try to figure out what the best song in the world was ever written. And at the end of the day, that was the song that I came back with in my brain was like,
Yeah.
Hallelujah is the most recognized song by everybody.
Yeah.
It's not even written to be religious and it's played at churches. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
nice.
it has had
Funerals.
It's not religious at all, really.
Weddings.
But it's
best fucking song ever written, in my opinion, is, and Bob will attest to this.
Oh
We
my
talked
God,
I
about
think
this,
so
like,
too. It's the most
once a
brilliant
month.
song.
best,
Easy chord progression and so brilliant.
and he wrote like 37 different versions of the lyrics, and
Yeah,
basically almost went insane.
I
when he
know.
was doing it.
Well, Leonard Cohen he was pretty nuts, but he was,
They're
I mean, if
interchangeable.
you're going to look for the greatest song ever written, there's a short list of people that would have written it. And Leonard
That would
Cohen's
be
one of
the
them. You got
name.
Dylan, right? You got
Yeah.
Bob Dylan, Leonard Cohen. I don't know, maybe Neil Diamond, Barry
Elvis,
Manilow,
Neil
you know?
Diamond.
Yeah, right. Neil Diamond, Barry Manilow, some guys like that, you know, really like world-class songwriters. But
And
Leonard
what
Cohen,
cracks me
I
up is
mean,
Hallelujah. I think the word Hallelujah is the only word that's the exact same in every language.
Right. Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
that makes sense.
Mhm.
Only word.
So, but why don't you explain now that I'm done being a dumbass and taking your turn, why that song has been so influential in your music career?
Wow. Yeah. So basically, true to form, I was a young kid when the movie Shrek was released, and I heard it on Shrek
Oh,
the first
yeah.
time. Made me cry. It was the only thing in that movie that made me cry, aside from laughter. I mean, I love that movie, but
My song's from
Um,
Shrek too.
it's the song that has grown with me over the years. Like at every point in my singing career, and every point as I've progressed vocally, that has been my litmus test. One I've returned to sing again and see if I could sing it better. And the one I've learned in other languages, actually, like I know that in Spanish now, and it's one of the most lyrics really pleasing to me, word structure is really pleasing to me, and in simple chord progressions comfortable to me, almost neurologically. And that was the first song I memorized, literally just how to sing, besides like Jesus loves me, this I know, it was like one of the first things I ever learned. And so I would say it was almost my first taste in really just music out of my own interest. Like the first thing that just got me going.
Pretty great place to start. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
should
sure.
you want my advice, look up Katie Lang's version of it. Katie Lang.
Let's listen to Kate Vogel's version of it.
Okay, well, I'll do that. You look
Let's
up
send each other links.
You look up Katie Lang. Katie Lang is if anybody doesn't know, Katie Lang, it was sort of a country singer, but not really. And she was a very unique country singer, an openly gay female so a lesbian country singer, and very successful somehow.
Wow.
And because she's a phenomenal singer, and then she's from Canada, and she eventually kind of veered away from country entirely and kind of just became this brilliant, beautiful singer that she is. And there was she made an album called The Hymns of the 49th Parallel. And the 49th Parallel, if you look at a map, is Canada, right? And so we're the 42nd parallel there, whatever. So anyway, Hymns of the 49th Parallel, 42nd Parallel, whatever parallel it was those hymns that she did. And what it was a bunch of covers of famous Canadian songwriters. So she did like Neil Young songs, Leonard Cohen songs, I think Joni Mitchell, you know what I mean? All these like really just these great songwriters are from Canada, and she's from Canada, so she's sang their songs. And her version of Hallelujah is one of the most beautiful things I have ever heard in my entire life. And then she did another amazing version of it, a couple of them. She did one for Leonard Cohen live, and then she did one at the Olympics one time. It'll make you cry. It's beautiful.
What about you, Rob? What's your? Oh yeah, no, keep going.
Yeah, no, okay. You want me to answer the question now?
Well, is Christian done with
Definitely.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh yeah. That's a little bit on it.
Yeah. That's right. Like, it's hard. So like, I'm going to say something that you said another
you
genre,
love
but I play a
tons
lot
of
of different
hip-hop.
genres. What's that?
Well, I know. Just don't pick like rock, like your traditional genre you're in when you're by yourself.
Well, I could tell one that's Amazing Grace. Amazing Grace has always been a very important song to me. It's one of the first songs I not to copy it, but I actually learned first thing I learned on guitar was the melody to Amazing Grace, because it's very simple and it's a gorgeous song. So it's a do 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 do,
Wow.
So there you go. Beautiful song. And it's a beautiful, the origins of that song is beautiful too. The guy that wrote it he was the captain of a slave ship and realized how wrong his life was and how horrible what he was doing was. So he stopped doing it, and he wrote Amazing Grace. So that's what that is.
Wow. That song would get maybe some backlash now if anyone knew the origins, but
well, no, I mean, it's not, that's
not.
He
Hopefully
quit
not.
doing that to then write.
Yeah, he
that
quit.
song.
I mean, the whole point was that,
being
and if
a
you
bad
listen to the
person.
lyrics, the lyrics are, I once was lost, but now I'm found. That's what he's talking about. I was lost. I was part of the problem. I was a horrible human being. I was a captain of a slave ship. But then he found whatever deliverance he found, whether it was God or his internal whatever. He was once lost, and then he found, and then Amazing Grace, how sweet.
My chains are gone. That's interesting that he considered himself having chains when he was literally chaining people up. That's so crazy.
Oh shit, that is a good way to think of those lyrics.
That's nice. So anyway, so there you go. That's my answer. Kilo.
I regret now asking this question because Bob knows my answer to this question and will laugh.
I'm not gonna. I won't.
He will laugh. He already has. Thinking of the answer.
It's not funny.
I may
it's
laugh.
just surprising.
Funny to you, Bob. It's funny to you. It is. I know it is. Okay, my song.
It's just a surprise. Is all. That's all.
I'm so ready to be surprised.
My song comes from Shrek as well, sir. I mean, the real the non-funnier answer is probably either "Wake Me Up" or "Hey Brother" by Avicii. But those answers
love
are
that
kind of
song.
they're not I can't use them because it's not a
Yeah,
different
that's
genre.
very much in your genre,
It's
right?
very
That's
much
true.
my genre.
Right.
So my song that will attest the ages of me going, yes, I did a good job or not is what's it called? It's called All Star, right? By Smash Mouth.
Yeah. Hey now, you're an
Dude.
all-star. Get your game
Frick,
on.
yeah,
Go.
frick with that song. Let's go.
That song, no, bro, because until Bob really like pointed out how poppy that song is, okay?
Pretty
And
poppy.
it goes with two things you said, Christian. A, it was like from Shrek, and B, it was the first song that I actually went out and wanted to get. Like when, like it wasn't a song because before
Back on your
that
Walkman
song,
CD player.
dude, yes, I don't
Yeah.
walk, so no, but yes.
Damn it!
Damn it, Bobby.
First cuss word
so-
on this podcast from me, by the way.
What did I do?
No, you definitely cussed earlier
I
and
said
didn't
effing.
realize it.
Oh,
No, you did cuss. Anyways, but no,
I've
that song,
won
the
many times.
energy behind that song made it to where I didn't even realize how poppy it was. Just
Yeah.
a fucking good song.
It's a great
And,
song.
like,
I-
and it
the-
just it always makes me be in a good mood. And
I
even
forgot who we
though-
had. We had one of your friends on as a guest, and you told that story, and it was just a surprise. Was all we were kind of like,
He
really?
laughed blatantly
Really?
in my face. He just fucking straight up laughed.
All
It
right,
was
wait. So
Joel, I
Kilo,
think.
let's keep
What?
rolling it. So what's your personal question? So that's the industry question. Which
Oh
by the
no,
way,
we go around the room.
Yeah, no, yeah, and
Okay.
everybody goes. So okay, so now
now
I'll
it's
ask.
Bob's turn.
I'll
to
ask a
an
music
industry
related question. I should have thought of one before I did that, but
Hey, bro, I came up with mine on the spot. Come on,
I
man.
can give mine. I can do mine.
You're not allowed to. That's not how this works.
okay. What's like? All right, let's see. Yeah, no, you go first.
Okay, you go first.
My name is Bob Smith. My question is,
That
well,
was good.
well, listening through audio, my question
was great.
is, who's the most memorable person in the industry that you've talked to or had an interaction with, if anybody,
Oh,
that just kind of maybe a little bit of a fangirl moment?
Oh,
well, there's different.
I haven't
Um,
done that before.
Have you interacted with anyone on social media?
All right, well,
Oh, I have a
who's
great
answering?
story.
Keelan?
Actually, I can answer it with the
Go ahead.
fangirlishness in it. So whenever I heard the rapper Jonas, he's a New York-based rapper. that
Jonas,
I
yeah.
think. So whenever he first came out, he was not big at all. I actually met him on Facebook, and I had talked to him a little bit. So that's not the fangirl part of anything. Like whenever
Maybe not
I
fangirl, but favorite interaction with
hold on,
someone.
no, it continues. When I
Uh-huh.
decided I wanted to be a producer, was in like a really hard time in my life, right? And like I was like, fuck, I can't be a life coach and stuff if I can't even life coach myself into wanting to be alive. So I was like, I got to do something else. And people know my story. I kind of ended up threatening the universe and found out I wanted to be a producer. So basically, like I had realized I wanted to be a producer, didn't know how to do it or anything, just knew I wanted to do like EDM trappiness. And I messaged him and I was like, do you think I can do like music stuff? And he was like, you can do anything, bro. And he just gave me his time for like a few days, and like talked to me and stuff. And that's the only moment of fangirlery I can think of,
That's
because
awesome.
every other moment I was like playing shows with these people. So it's
Right.
like you're on the level with them. But when you're like
Yeah.
a little depressed kid in a rainy fucking winter in Tulsa,
Mhm.
like, and I wasn't even a kid. I was probably your age, Christian. Yeah, I was Christian's age. But like having someone you've listened to for years, like talk to you and give their like time to you, like that's my fangirly moment.
I want to do that for
Right on.
people. I want to get famous enough one day that I can like help people like that.
I'm just thankful that he even gave a fuck to even talk to a random dude on Facebook. He
That's
probably
awesome.
So
wouldn't
cool.
anymore, but it's like
and a
it was
guy
so
going through a
nice.
hard time.
Yeah, I wasn't complaining to him. I didn't even tell him I don't think that I was going through a hard time. I just told him things. So like, and it was
That's
great
awesome.
that he did that for me.
That's cool. All right.
So if it wasn't for Jonas, I wouldn't be producing music with you. I wouldn't be here
Right,
with you. That's crazy.
exactly.
Right. That's awesome.
All right,
man.
Bob.
That's excellent. Well, your question sort of had two parts, and my answer would be different for either one. But what I mean by, you said like, who was the most influential people you met, a person you might have met in the business, and the fangirl thing, right? So the most I used to work with the major labels. So the most influential people I ever talked to, I used to talk to every day were like guys like, they're probably I can just say their names. I mean, they're like, I've spoken with Clive Davis on the phone. I've talked to Barry Weiss, folks like that. But that wasn't fangirly cool stuff. That was like business. That was just like, yes, sir, I'll have your report to you on Monday, sir. You know what I mean? Like that. They were my clients, and I was doing market research for them. So it wasn't exactly earth shaking. I did have some neat opportunities. I talked to Diane Warren one time. She's a big songwriter. That was pretty neat.
Wow.
But she's like a big songwriter, like wrote some of the biggest hits of the 80s. It was Diane Warren. And so I got to chat with her. That was nice. But probably the neatest, like as a musician and as a person and as a fan, not as a, executive type. I met Paul Westerberg, who was the nobody knows who he is, but he's the lead singer and guitar player of The Replacements, who are my favorite band of, the all of time. So anyway, and I got to meet him, and he was awesome. He was just he was a great guy. That was cool.
I gotta tell you, it gives me
like a real
respect
hero
for you to hear about all these people. You're saying names that like some sound familiar, but that I don't know. And you're like, you don't know who that is, but I love them. And like, that just gives me so much respect for you. Like every time you say that, I'm like, hell yeah, Bob, let's freaking go. Like,
oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you.
I mean, I know it's a weird compliment. Just remember,
I like it. That's cool.
But yeah, coolest
But
thing.
now you have to answer your own question.
Yeah. So, I don't know why, and this is like, it's not a boast. It's not a boast, but like I tend to just get in connection with like semi-famous people just in some way. I have no idea how it's happened through the years, but like almost like 10 times. Like it just keeps happening. But one time I just DM'd this dude named Connor Price, and he was an actor when he was younger. Like you guys would know some of the movies he was in, but now he's turned rapper. And the dude's like freaking 5'7". If you listen to this, Connor, I love you, dude. He's like 5'7", but he's like white, just incredibly phenomenal lyricist.
I think I know exactly who you're talking
Great
about.
vocalist too. But I DM him on Instagram, and I'm like, hey, dude, like I've been a big fan of you for years. You influenced me to write rap in like times in my life where I was like kind of just putting it on the shelf, and I listened to your music and it made me want to write again. And he like messages back and he's like, dude, that's awesome to hear. Like, I'm so glad I could, support you in that way, like from afar. And then I ended up like asking him questions about his songs, like intimate questions. And he like answered me on DM, like, within an hour every time. And I was just like, this is the weirdest thing. And I love that. Like I think we should all aim for that. Like be people who are down to earth and can interact with, because they say don't meet your heroes, but like, I want to be a hero someone can meet. I want you guys to be that. And so let's be it.
Right on.
That's
love it.
awesome.
All right.
What about you, Bob? Your question.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm going to ask. Okay. So sure. I have a cool T-shirt on. You see my T-shirt? It says Grateful Dad because it's a joke because Grateful Dead, and I'm a hippie and I'm a dad and I love my kid, so I am a Grateful
How we
Dad.
steal that good.
So what's your favorite music T-shirt? That's it. What's your favorite T-shirt that you own? It's a music
This is the
T-shirt.
worst question you could.
I don't own any
Why
music.
is that bad? That's a great
When
question.
you hear my answer, you'll know why.
Wait, but I don't. What if I don't own any music T-shirts?
That's
Am I-
insane.
Well,
That's
that's a
insane.
good-
That's
that's
all
a
I
good
own.
answer.
Every
Can I
every
get?
shirt
Can I get an
know has something
alternate?
on it.
Can I get an alternate industry question for me? Just me.
Well, your
Only if-
answer is
No,
you
that
don't
was
have it.
your
That's
answer.
fine. That's
That
a
was
fine
your
answer.
That's a duck. I need to go look in my closet and make sure I don't have any music.
No, that's a
related-
great answer because that lets people know you as a person.
Can I-
That's the reason
Can I
you
ask
have
a question though for a second? Okay,
Fine.
in the middle of that interaction, Christian looked up in the air and goes, "That's a duck," and then
No,
Yes, you
I
did.
said what?
You
I
did.
said what the duck? What the
Oh, what
duck?
the duck? Oh, I thought you
No.
looked at something and said, "That's
Or son of a duck? No, I said son of a duck.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it. Okay. Did you say-
Farm animals.
Right.
So I have these like supplementations I use for curse words and son of a duck and flipping chickens, frick chickens. Like it's farm animals for some reason.
And yet you work with me.
I know, really. We like swear like sailors all
On
the
the
time.
end of him saying that, I will answer your question now.
No,
And what it says, it's a shirt by
Metallica.
It's a band called I Declare War, and the back of it just says, "Eat pussy, chug whiskey, hail Satan."
That's a great answer.
That is
That's
a
a
great shirt because
fantastic
it's
answer.
just, and they don't.
Wait, chug
there's-
whiskey.
I don't
That's
care. I
why-
don't care.
because I
That
have
is
the
my
biggest-
favorite shirt now too.
I have the biggest problem with the chug whiskey part. The
I
rest
don't
fine.
even
Yeah, I don't drink
I don't
either,
even
but it's a fun
drink.
shirt.
So that's the funny part of this.
I would
Yes,
say
sir.
eat pussy. I can't believe I'm saying this on something that's going to be around for the rest of my life. Chug whiskey and praise Jesus. That would be my rendition of that.
So you
No,
would keep the chug whiskey part and just change the bottom part.
Just
point
the
behind
bottom
the
part
shirt
is-
is how outlandish it is.
It's
And you would be
amazing.
shocked how many random strangers will come up to me when I'm wearing the shirt or the hoodie, because yes, I have both. I have two of the shirt, two different colors.
Awesome.
They will come up to me, and even older people, and be like, "That is the best hoodie I've ever seen."
Bro,
Yeah,
that's
dude, it's
why I love
fantastic.
it, because it's
Like-
in your face. Because it's like, I don't know if this dude is fucking insane or it's a joke.
or he's
like
the
it-
coolest person I've ever met.
It's wearing a troll on your body. Like
Well, you also live in LA now. I'm pretty sure that if you were still living in Tulsa, you wouldn't get old people complimenting you.
Probably
No, no, different
No.
climate.
no, I definitely wear that all the time. But because we're on the podcast,
Kilo's like, I wear that to church with my dad.
it's
So-
on the back of the shirt, so you guys have never had to see it. I actually,
That's great.
sorry, Grandma, I wore my tie-dyed version of that when my grandma was on the show because it's on the back of the shirt.
I thought you were gonna say like your grandmother's funeral or something. I was
No,
getting
she's not dead yet, bro.
No,
I don't
Dave,
think.
it's-
So
All right.
Bob and fans.
So
that's
wait,
what I would
okay.
wear.
We all have
Let's go-
personal
We're
questions.
just going to cause more trouble for ourselves.
We all have
There's
Move on
no
to the next
saving this
question.
situation.
Wait, we
Yeah,
all have
there's-
personal questions.
really.
right?
Put the shovel
Both-
down.
That's
got it.
why I said this is the worst question you
Yeah,
could possibly
yeah,
ask.
it is. It is.
So-
It's terrible.
Dang, I want to tell a story that's just quick but off the wall.
Just
If
tell
Bob-
me. sir.
Okay.
Just
So
tell
real
me.
quickly, both my grandmothers have passed, but we went to my grandmother's funeral in 2020. And my brother, I won't mention which brother, I have 6, so don't try to figure out who this is, but it's an open
I
casket.
won't.
And my brother goes up and takes a selfie with my dead grandmother.
That's just terrible. That is a terrible thing
That
to
is
do.
a wonderful story.
That is,
That's a
no.
wonderful story.
I'm
So
not
we
even
have
sure
the
where it came from either. All right. So let's
Because
now.
I said my grandma's not dead.
Okay.
Okay, now we have to start with the very randomest thing.
And I believe you go first.
I do go first. Do
Mhm.
I have to go first? Can you go first, Bob?
Okay, sure. Sure.
Crazy ass question.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. What right, all right. What was okay, I got one. What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?
Oh yeah. That's great.
I have my answer.
All right.
You have to go first. You're the guest, Christian.
I'm the guest. No, I'm just kidding. No,
That was a really good sound over.
That was
Thank you
good.
so
yeah.
much. This summer. No, favorite one as a kid that has actually influenced my entire life. So again, I have these fixations. Like I've eaten the same thing for years, like same music like I have in my playlist that I had in 2017. But the show that impacted me so much was Dragon Ball Z, the anime show, which
All
was
right.
made in 95. But man, I have watched every episode, every fan theory, everything you could possibly imagine with that.
That's
Like when
great.
I work out, I have like 8 different sound clips, like motivational, like dubstep remixes people have made of that stuff.
All right.
Holy crap. Goku, Vegeta, freaking Piccolo, like it's been my
That's
life. Like, every
awesome.
night to
That's
go to sleep, I watch Dragon Ball Z fan theories. That's what I do.
That's
That's
a
cool.
great answer.
I love anime. I watch a lot of anime with my kid. There you go. My kid's a
Grateful
big anime
Dad,
fan. Yeah, Grateful Dad watches anime with his kids. So good answer. I
Exactly.
like that.
So
Good.
mine
Great.
is very simple and easy. It's the Pink Panther. Like that.
Oh,
That is why, that's why I get influenced. My music gets influenced by me watching movies and things. It's because, like, my first real interaction with music all the time was watching the few Pink Panther tapes that I had for the VHS.
yeah, which is pretty much just a score all the way
It's
through,
just
right?
music, and then him being a dumbass. It's also probably why I'm a dumbass.
So that's what plays in Kilo's head all day. It's just
Yeah.
background
Yeah, yeah.
music.
Ba-dum, ba-bum,
That's great.
Yep. So there's.
I
my
thought you were
answer.
gonna say
Okay.
South Park, bro.
No, I'm not. See, that's funny you say that because I'm raunchy as fuck. But in my mind, Pink Panther is as well because he's just trolling the entire
Oh yeah, Pink
time.
Panther. Yeah, he's a
He
badass.
is
Yeah, he's just fucking with
verbatim
everybody.
just doing
Yeah.
things to be dumb.
And he's
Yeah.
the most chill dude in the world, which
Oh, yeah,
is just
so chill.
fantastic.
So
Yeah,
Alright,
Pink
Bob, what
Panther's
about you?
awesome. So, oh yeah, my answer.
Well, what's funny is, he doesn't know the answer to this. Our fans know the answer to this.
But no, they
I
don't
know
though,
the
because
answer.
remember I said your favorite cartoon when you were a kid.
Oh, as a kid.
Yep.
Fuck, I thought I knew the answer.
I'm 150 years
Okay, sorry.
old. So
Yeah.
Futurama is my favorite show in the world. Everybody, Futurama is. I live by Futurama. Everything.
weren't a
Wow, I could have called that, dude.
Oh my God! Every other sentence I speak in normal casual conversation is a quote from Futurama. The only one that knows it is my kid, Leela. So like he and I hang out, and I throw out Futurama quotes. We speak in Futurama to each other.
Dude, that's amazing. It's like me in the office.
Right, but that is as an adult. I mean, Futurama debuted when I was 29 years old.
Yeah.
So my favorite cartoon as a kid. See, the reason I asked this question really is that I don't necessarily have a single answer for it. Probably Bugs Bunny would be the answer, but I was thinking about this today because when I was a kid, we watched Saturday morning cartoons. We did Saturday morning. You got up and you watched cartoons. That's when they were on. There were 3 networks and then PBS. So you had 4 networks to watch.
Yep.
And everybody watched the same thing on TV, morning, noon, and night. We all watch the same shit because there's 3 networks to choose from. And on Saturday mornings, you get your ass up early and you plant yourself in front of the TV and you watch cartoons till about 1 in the afternoon
With your cereal.
and then golf comes on. So then you go outside and play because golf would be on for like 4 hours. And it was the most boring thing in the world. So my favorite cartoons were just wake up in the morning on Saturday morning and just crack out on like sugary cereal and cartoons for 4 hours.
It was the cereal and the Pop-Tarts for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it was like Hanna-Barbera. I love the Hanna-Barbera. Like, so some of those are just like they had like these cereals where not cereals that you would eat. I mean, like cereal cartoon, and like the Hanna-Barbera, the Wacky Races. You ever watch the Wacky Races?
Yeah.
And like shit like that is like just there would be like these. The Hanna-Barbera ones would be great because they would do all these. Hanna-Barbera was like Fred Flintstone and and like Snidely Whiplash and all these crazy characters that they would throw in, and they would have like Battle of the Cartoon Stars and
Crossover.
and things like that. It was great stuff. I loved it.
It was the first cameo.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
there you
that's
go. That's my answer. Saturday morning cartoons.
Freaking love it. And that's a conglomerate. That's a lot, but it passes. I give it.
Yeah,
Okay,
right on.
I get to ask my random question now.
Yes.
Do it.
Explain your nighttime routine, your bedtime routine. Not night. It doesn't have to be nighttime.
Oh
bedtime
wow, that's
routine.
weird. Okay.
I know. I don't care.
No, it's good. I like it. You want me to go first?
Who do you want to hear from first?
You have
Yeah.
to
Oh, the
go
guest.
first.
The guest. Christian. you go.
Dang it. I always get stuck into that. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the last question I have to be asked though. So, I guess
You
I
have to answer your own question.
Yeah, you gotta answer your own questions. too.
Nighttime routine is, oh man, I cannot believe I'm talking about this. Okay. So it's a 2-hour podcast. So hopefully people don't get this far, but
Nobody watches the whole thing anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
dude,
That's
I
why we do a live stream. It's a lot more fun
You
this way,
can
and people
also
just come and
lie
go. It
if
doesn't
it's
matter.
real bad.
This is
We
so
don't
funny to
wanna
me. I'm
know
now-
about that.
I'm now realizing
Not boner time. Not that. Just
not.
a couth answer.
No, yeah, we're gonna omit anything uncouth. No, I'm just kidding. Not that I have anything. I'm like a homebody, but basically, I always eat a meal right before bed, which I know is a bad habit, especially if you're trying to be healthy and regenerate, which my body just doesn't. So I eat a meal before bed. I take, how detailed are we getting? So 2 glucosamine and a magnesium pill. Brush my teeth.
Nice.
Freaking, I go take a bath, and I always put in again my earphones. I'm either listening to a book, which right now is The Silmarillion by J.R. Tolkien, or I'm watching like Dragon Ball Z or Office clips, something like that. So I'm taking my bath. I come in. I get my room so cold it's stupid. Like in the winter,
Just like Joel does.
my vents are shut and my windows are open. When it's like 10 degrees in Tulsa, that's how I sleep. And I sleep really well in the cold. I do really well with cold water. So basically, I chill this room down like a frick ton. And then, I get in bed, finish talking to whoever I'm talking to, and watching whatever clips I am. Wholesome clips, by the way. I have a safe blocker on my phone, so I can't look up
We
literally anything.
understand. Don't worry.
But then, no. I mean, how intimate are we getting? So then I throw on my speaker, and I have this SOAK frequency. It's SOAAK, and they produce frequencies for the human body. And so I listen to this sleep frequency for 20 minutes, and layered with it is my rain sounds. And my rain sounds keep playing the whole night. I'm listening to a thunderstorm on a Bluetooth speaker with the cold air. So basically every night I imagine I am in a blizzard or on Tatooine or freaking pirate ship or in a cave.
That's awesome.
This was the greatest question
my
anyone
God,
on the
you're
internet
right.
ever asked.
Every
Like,
night I
seriously,
fall
so.
asleep fantasizing about being like some archer in like a medieval tale or something. Like the things I fall asleep thinking about, I literally get so excited to sleep because I'm like, I can think of anything I want tonight. Like, what
This is
story do I
great.
want to plant myself in?
I feel as though I have failed at sleeping for the last 52 years. Now.
Right.
mean,
If
that
I
was
could
just
go
fantastic.
to Tatooine when I go to sleep,
God, that's
God, you
You
wonderful.
can go to Tatooine, dude.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. All right.
that is the greatest answer of any question we've
Absolutely.
ever had.
No,
because you
I'm
just
so
gave
jealous. I'm so jealous
so
of your
much-
entire life now. So
So good.
I'll go next because
Yeah.
it'll be the yin and the yang here, right? It'll show you how
Mine is
horribly
the
unhealthy I
mine
am.
is the farthest yang you can get from
Right,
that.
yeah, right.
Not
Yeah,
in an
yeah,
inappropriate way. Mine's
Right,
just bad. Just-
Right. Kilo and
wanna
I,
hear this.
one of the many
Kilo's-
things. Like Kilo and I have a lot of things in common, even though we on service we may be a bit different because we're 20 years apart
Sure.
and on the opposite sides of the country, but we're friends for
Yeah,
a reason. And there's a lot of things we agree upon, and there's a lot of things about our personalities that are the same. And sleep or the lack thereof is one of them. So I don't really sleep a whole lot, and when I do, I basically my nighttime routine is just do as much shit as I can until I fall down. I mean, I don't because I don't sleep well.
you
I
just
don't.
stole my answer.
Yeah, I don't fall
Yep.
asleep. I mean, I lay in bed and I've got I got a lot of things that are not diagnosed. I got a little bit that is, and I got some serious ADHD and OCD and a couple other things. And
I smoke a blunt. I smoke some indica before I go to bed.
Well, hey,
We
nobody
already
asked me about
know
that, but
Bob does that.
I said nighttime routine. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Anyway,
I
we're not
picture
gonna get
Kilo
into that.
going. I take some
I'm
pre-workout.
gonna point to my Grateful Dad shirt again and say that I'm not gonna comment on that. But I will say though that so I don't sleep well. So a long time ago I stopped trying basically. So I will sit in bed and write, or I'll write on my laptop or
How much sleep
listen-
would you say you
listen
get
to
on
music.
average a night?
What's that?
How much sleep would you say you get on average a night?
I probably my whole life I maybe 5 hours, about 4 or 5 hours of sleep every night.
Crazy.
That's right. That's what I do every night. I did last night. I was up probably till about, I don't know, about 3, and when I got up at about 7:30. So that's about normal. I'm usually up later than that. I don't know why, and I don't really. I'm
a
don't-
night out.
I don't
too, dude.
recommend it. It's just what I
Right.
do.
Well, no, I mean, since this question is asked, because of Bob explaining it like that to me, now I used to lay in bed and like my crippled legs hurt and I would never fall asleep and it was irritating, but now, I mean, because of how Bob explained it, it might be able to help more people because I now do that exact thing. I literally do not put myself into the bed until I'm going to fall down if
Right.
I do
Totally
not do
exhausted.
it. And then I sleep for like 3 hours. And I don't fall asleep dreaming of Tatooine or whatever the fuck. I fall asleep dreaming of all the things I have to do when I wake up. Like it's like either like last night I got sick because my blood sugar was too high. So I went to sleep, right? I laid there, fell asleep pretty easily, which is not good to do when your blood sugar's high, but whatever. But usually I'm either producing music or a combination of music and video games back, into the studio, into the game room, into the, back and forth until my body's like, now we will sleep in the studio. I've fallen asleep working on a song.
Oh yeah, I've
With my
slept right
hand on
here.
the space bar. I'm just like, and it's on
Absolutely.
repeat. I'm literally in this position where I'm sitting right now going,
Yep.
Dude.
and then I
that
wake up
cracks
and
me
then I
up.
do it again. So, I mean, it's the verbatim. We went from Christian with the wonderful routine, then Bob, and then
The same
me
every night.
with
Yeah, totally.
0% routine. Sometimes I'll call Bob in the morning and be like, bro, we got a new song, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we didn't even start that. I'm like, I know, now it's done. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, now I'm going to sleep. He's
Yeah,
like,
now I'm
okay.
going to sleep. Yeah, he calls me out there. So think about like Kilo will call me at noon, right? Which
Yeah.
is 9 a.m. for him. And he'll be like, no, how did you do this? And I did this and I got this track and it's freaking balls to the wall. And I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to bed.
Dude,
And
He's
that's what
done
he
that to
does.
me. He's done it to
Yeah.
me. He's like, I'm working on your track and then I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, dude, it's 1 p.m. What are you talking
What are
about?
you talking about?
Exactly.
I just pictured
Yeah.
Kilo. I thought Kilo was going to say something like, every night before bed, I chug pre-workout or I can't sleep or something like that. Just
I
something
do
ridiculous.
drink caffeine constantly.
Yeah, I drink a lot of
until the
caffeine,
moment
too.
I'm asleep.
But
And
I'll
it's
tell
just
you,
like-
a little trick that I learned. So because I never slept well and I never slept for very long, I learned a long time ago from science, that a normal sleep cycle is 90 minutes. So
Oh
if you
yeah,
sleep,
that worked for me. This is great advice.
it
Everyone
really
needs
is
to
true.
take.
It really is true. If you're like
Wonderful.
me and you don't sleep very much, sleep in 90-minute increments. You'll get a much better sleep in 4.5 hours than you will in 5. Because in 5 hours, you break the sleep cycle. So if you sleep in 90-minute cycles, so 3 hours is better than 4.
It is
You know what I
great.
mean?
Sleep
It's
9 hours
totally
every
true.
night. So that's perfect.
I'm not ever
You
tired.
are wasting your life, Christian.
But I mean, I don't walk
Edwin.
around. I'll sleep 3 hours and I'm not tired. I don't go
Right.
around tired all day. I mean, I drink a lot of coffee. That's probably why. But I sleep
Wow.
like
Oh
that.
yeah,
I sleep in
once
those cycles.
once I did that as well, what Bob just said, it made my life much better because it's like, hey, don't
That's
sleep
so
until
true.
you have to, and sleep that amount of time periods, which mine is usually 3-something hours.
6 hours.
it's much better. No, never
Wow.
6. I don't think I've slept that many.
No, but
hours in
6
a
would
long
do
time.
it. Yeah. Then
6
any
is
90
minutes.
any
Divisible.
90-minute increment.
Yeah.
So anyway, there we go. Now we're talking about
Yeah.
Bob's crazy
right.
Now
science of
it's
sleep.
your question, Christian. and
Last
you-
question before we tie this a
You
nice
don't have
bow.
to answer first this time because it's your question.
Yeah, hell yeah, I don't. All right. So
Exactly.
my question's very simple, and I just wanted to bring it back to Earth a little bit. Very simple.
How
I'm
is
just
sleeping
curious.
not Earth? Oh, it's Tatooine. I forgot.
Had to-
Okay,
There
go
you
ahead.
there you go. All right.
No, but guys, what is your favorite drink to order? What, like you go to a restaurant or bar and it's just the thing you order? And I know it's a boring question, but I think it tells you a lot about a person. I want to hear
Oh,
it.
I can be really boring and answer it immediately. I
Do
can
it.
go first. I would love
Okay.
some of your good old tap water because I
No,
don't drink.
no. It
I
has
don't
to be
drink
alcoholic.
alcohol.
I
I
know,
don't
but
drink
okay,
alcohol.
back in the day. So it has
Back
to be
in the day.
what you would have
Oh,
drank.
That's a completely different story,
Let's
son.
get the different.
Um,
let's get the different answer.
Fucking, I like anything that's like an IPA or like a Blue Moon. Like,
Okay, Blue Moon.
traditionally Blue Moon, really. If we were going in Tulsa to karaoke at Buffalo Wild Wings, just like a Blue Moon or two.
Yeah.
Like that's my drink. Sure.
Bob?
Right, all right. Yeah, well, I mean, I will preface it in case anybody doesn't know that I don't drink. I quit drinking 6 years ago because
Hey.
I'm
We don't.
raging
This
alcoholic.
is the wrong person to ask this question to.
Yeah, I'm a terrible.
Sorry.
But actually, I was kind of a fun drunk, but I was drunk, so I don't drink anymore. Anyway,
Dang.
but when I did, I'm a creature of a very strange creature of habit. So it would depend on where I was, what I drank. So, and I mean,
Interesting.
which bar? Like because I drank a lot, and I would go out on my own at 5, get out of work and then go downtown and just kind of start walking from bar to bar. And I knew everybody. I mean, I kind of small town, and I've done a lot of things here, so I knew everybody in the bars. So I would just go and walk and they're like, "Hey, Jim, what's up?" Give me, So here I would have a Bass Ale, and then over there I'd have a gin and tonic, and then down the road
Right.
there I'd sit and have a glass of wine and talk to the,
You,
and then I
mixed alcohols. It wasn't like
constantly.
Oh,
constantly,
I did that too.
all the time.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
talking
I've
if
only
I
mixed
was
2.
driving.
oh, it's so crazy.
So anyway, but by the time I quit drinking, I wasn't bar hopping anymore because I was in my 40s and I was just kind of hanging at home drinking too much. So that's why I quit. And I was drinking a lot of wine, and stopped. So
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
wine-
I know you were trying to have a fun question. I just made it.
No,
real
that's a
bummer.
I
good
know.
answer.
I was just like, well,
Yeah.
water's
Sobering
my answer,
Mm.
but
Sobering.
what
Yeah.
about you,
Sobering.
Christian? What about you,
Well, I-
Christian?
Wine
Yeah.
fricked me. Wine and whiskey fricked me 7 ways to Sunday because, like, I used to drink whiskey a lot with my brother when I was in California when we were working there. I was an infrastructural engineer, and we just drink it. And like at some point, it started making me sick. Everyone has their bad experience with some kind of whiskey. Sometimes vodka, tequila, whatever. So then red wine is like my favorite thing on earth. But the sugar levels, like I always just got so hungry,
Right.
such a bad headache every time I drank it. So
Right.
I've just switched to the simplest drink. and it's my favorite thing. And
Water.
it's close.
No.
It's just a double vodka soda. It's just little lime. That's all I need. And I realized when I had COVID and didn't have taste or smell, dude, I like loved it because I
Well, yeah,
realized my
vodka.
sensory-
Well, vodka doesn't really have any flavor anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't,
just-
and I
It's
love
just
that,
the
like-
flavor of dying. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
I just make bland food, and like I have sensory, some sensory issue stuff. So like when I didn't have taste or smell, I loved life. I was just like, man, I don't even have to bother with that stuff. This is awesome.
Oh,
And I just
man.
ate super healthy. It was funny to me. So anyway, that's my weird answer. But
That-
All right.
That's a great answer. So this
That was
was
great.
a great show, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you're listening just right now, go re-listen because we show the song that is coming out now 7
Now.
minutes ago, I think.
Right.
it was about 7 minutes.
But
Is live.
it is live. I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's 12:07.
And Christian
It's
froze
live,
right
looking
at
at
the
it.
end. You're frozen, Christian, right at the end. You made
Yeah.
it to the end and then froze. It's great.
He did.
Perfect way to sign off.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna pitch. Oh, you're back. Okay, so
It says internet
So-
connection.
go
Internet
yeah.
connection
listen
on
to
stage.
Christian's new song. Go listen to Bob's new song. Go
Yeah.
listen to King Matt Black's new shit. Just join the House of Static
House of
household
Static.
and just kind of join
love you
in
guys.
with our fuckery that's going to go on. We'll probably have Christian on here more often because he's more entertaining and good looking than both of us combined.
By the
So-
way, I think I made up a slogan today for the label because I went and updated all our socials, and I wrote on all of my the record label you deserve. So that's
Yes.
what we are
And
right now.
like
The record
you've
label
heard
you deserve.
Christian talk about on the show, we can write basically any kind of music and we're good to work with. So if you do music and you kind of want help in that area, kind of come over to the House of
Reach
Static.
the shout, right?
Yeah, reach out to any three of us,
Any
even
one of
if
us,
it's
right.
Christian. Like Christian knows us well and can reach out and we can all do songs together. We just
Right.
fucking
Awesome.
want to do music, guys. So
We love
do
it.
music with us. That's
Amen.
my slogan.
Amen. man.
Let me touch your music.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go. It's late
Thank you
here.
guys.
Christian,
Super cool
rock
being
on.
here.
Congratulations. So Christian Cole, the Static Dive, Kilo House. We've got all new music coming out tonight, right now, and for the next coming weeks. And go check out my cousin Chris Wise because he's awesome.
Absolutely.
So
That's with a Y, WYSE.
that's right. All right, guys.
Bye.
guys.